Mr. Carfor, you are in first, sir. On that front. Yeah, I missed your parcel because I was at the doctor's. I was having check up. Yeah, wrong account. Wrong account first. On that front. I was watching Michael's stream, so obviously because he's in Canada, so it's going to be a different time zone. That front, so I thought I might as well jump on. No one else is going to be streaming on this front, so I thought I've got a couple of bits. Obviously, this turned up. MK is MK. Is he YouTubing? Oh no, okay. It's on Car4. You've put it on to MK's one. Nice one, thank you, sir. That front, yeah. Pika. How you doing, my friend? Let me turn this one down because this obviously gets a little bit bright, and that's so bright, obviously. So, Bronson keeps bloody farting. I don't know what's up with him lately. I tell you what, it's absolutely foul. It's that bad. I have to keep spraying air freshener. Sorry, guys, because it is obviously dogs just don't tell you, do they? They just do it. On that front. Oh, and obviously, while I was watching Michael's channel on this front, my new chair turned up today, which obviously I had to make it and put it all apart, and I'll quickly show you. This is my new chair on this front. I bought this off TikTok, and it's really comfortable. It's really padded on that front. So I thought, and it's like a suede. Obviously, it's got a leg rest and all, so you've got like the bit comes out. It is, I've got to admit, Car4, it's obviously, I was sitting, I'll tell you what chair I was sitting on. I was sitting on that old thing over there, because the other one went in the bin, right? So I treated myself and got a nice, cosy, padded chair. Obviously, you've got like a cushion and all everything. It's lumbar support. It's really padded. I mean, when I say Andy's one is like quite hard, but it's still comfortable. But this, it's like sitting in an armchair. It's so cosy. So obviously, because I've got a dodgy back, I still put pillows at the back of it to support my back. And that fun. But I'll tell you what, it is. It's really comfortable. Really comfortable. So obviously, much better to wear now, and I'm sitting slightly higher as well. So what I've done, I ordered one of these. I don't know if you guys actually ever see one of these. These are a eye massager, right? So you look like RoboCop with this when you've got this on. Absolutely brilliant, right? So obviously you can watch it, and this is it here. Now I've picked the grey. There's obviously it comes in a couple of colours. I'll tell you the colours it comes in white or black. So you can, the thing on it. So I've obviously picked the black one. So obviously it looks like a little bit of carbon fibre. And basically, if you ever suffer from headaches, Mr. Squish is in. Hey, Mr. Squish, I meant to ask you, how are you getting on with your Xbox, sir? Mr. Swindon's in the house. Now, and you've just missed it 30 seconds ago. Look what I treated myself. I've managed to get myself, right? Mr. Swindon, look, I bought myself a nice gaming chair. I got this one off the TikTok, and it's bloody padded as hell on that front. Oh, that's fancy. I'll tell you what, it's so comfortable. It's really padded. I mean, seriously, that is the most padded chair. It comes with like a little pillow you can put on it. But because I've got a dodgy back, I still put a pillow on the back of it just so it can support me. It's really comfortable as hell. It's lovely. It's really... I've got that off the TikTok shop while it was on... yeah, I would have had that one from workshop chair. Oh. So, yeah. As I was saying, I invested and bought one of these. This is an eye massager, right? Basically, I know you look like RoboCop, and you obviously, like, you think, oh, that looks cool. Obviously, it comes in two colours. You can have white or black. It's like half grey. And I'll tell you, as I was just saying, and this actually, Mr. Swindon, this might be better for you as well, because I've noticed that, that when you've been streaming for long hours and you're tired, right? I kid you not, this is a 3-in-1. It tells you, I'll tell you what it's got, and it's really good for your eyes. And I felt it was sending me asleep. It was that comfortable. It literally is a hot compress, right? It's a voice, it's an intelligent voice reminder, automatic timer, right? It's air pressured and it's Bluetooth connectivity, and it vibrates. It's a massager, right? So what this does, you put this on, and this literally massages all your temple, all around here, all around your face, and it puts like, it's like hot air, and it all heats up around your eyes, and it feels so much better. I literally, when I kid you not, I had this on for 90 minutes, right? My eyes felt really like worked. You know when you've been a long day and your eyes feel tired, right? Now, I wonder if that actually works on other things too. Well, I don't know. Well, you could try it, Worms. I don't know if it actually will, but I'll tell you what. Obviously, long streaming sessions, these are fantastic. These are about £30 on the TikTok shop on the front, and it was free postage. You can turn the heat setting off. You can turn the music off. It's got built-in music. You can Bluetooth your own music over, but it just massages all around your eyes and your temple. And I'll tell you what, I'm actually blown away how good that is. Absolutely blown away. So definitely, it's a great stress reliever, especially for around your eyes. So unless you've got dodgy minces, then it's a different matter on that one. So yeah. So, but definitely 100%. So I thought, like, I'm glad I've got my gaming chair. But that is a lot. That, I've got to admit, out of everything, that is fantastic for your eyes being really tired and sore. And if you suffer from migraines, my God, it's on another dimension now. And obviously, I'm sceptical with these type of things, but you won't know until you give it a go. Bloody hell, it relieves. It's sort of like it. If your eyes just feel better, so much better, and it's just natural. All it's doing, it's massaging all around your eyes and around your face. It's fantastic. So yeah, definitely, if you've got something like you suffer from, definitely recommend getting one of these on that front. Link in the description. So obviously, no one else was going to pop on, so I thought, I'll jump on for a couple of hours. Me thing turned up, because obviously I was waiting for parts. I've missed Carl Fours. He sent back the amplifier, and I missed it today. I was at the doctor's surgery. So, Peb, stop being angry at me, Andy. yeah, Mr. Swindon. Yeah, what you like? So, oh no, hang on a minute. That's the wrong one. I've ordered myself. I got this come through, and it's an Xbox flasher. Who? Yes, Mr. Yeah, Aggie who? So, obviously, Michael Dilemma is obviously very good at doing these Xboxes, and he said, "Chill, you want to get into it?" So, Sweden Electronics. Hello, sir. Thank you for popping on. So, I've obviously ordered one of these, and it's an X-Flasher. I can't take the sticker off, it's void as a warranty on that front. It's called the Mod Shop. But these X-Flashers, they are pretty expensive. They're roughly around about nearly £40, but £33 and then £6 VAT in the UK. And obviously all you get is that, and you get your cable that comes with it. Obviously, that's your RGH in, and you want to tether it over to put Zell on that front. I mean, literally, they give you all the wires and the cable for it, but it's definitely well worth considering if you're doing. And I've got quite a few Xbox 360s down there, so obviously it might be worth giving it a go. I've never modded one before. Stop retracting your messages. But yeah, man, I'm telling you one thing, Mr. Sweden, sir. You are, you know, go and grab yourself one of them massagers for your eyes. Fuck me, it's a game changer. It's no chemicals, nothing. No. Cardboard's retracted his messages. Message retracted. Obviously, Hot Cows was in. It's actually Clippier on that front. So yeah, obviously, I was putting that back together. I've been trying to put this together, and I'm not having much luck with this. I tried to put some resin in, and it's been on there for the last 3 days. I know it is. I'm laughing at me arsehole. For the last 3 days, obviously the resin's not setting. Obviously I've not put enough bloody hardener in, and it's not setted properly. So I've tried a bit of super glue, and you can see what it's actually doing. I was actually surprised that my username was up for take. Yeah, you're right there. Yeah, your handle name on that front. So obviously I've put some super crap over it. Hopefully this might set this, because I want. Obviously I was trying, because this got damaged in transit. Pico actually, Mr. Pico himself, delivered this with the record player, and the only downside is it got damaged in transit. He did put in a claim. I don't know how he got on. I meant to ask him on that front. I've had other jobs today. I've had to do grass cutting today, where they saying don't cut the grass. People say don't cut the grass. Why? Why can't you cut the grass? I've cut the grass. I know it was tempting, and then it dropped down this afternoon. Obviously, it didn't help. So, yeah, I actually take. What's that? I took the chip out of the the turntable, and it's not turned up. For bloody hell! So it's not even turned up. Typical. So yeah, this afternoon while I was watching Michael, I was putting a chair together. Bloody hell, that box weighed up for that chair 24 kg. 24.4 kg. That weighs near enough as what my PC weighs. It's a serious bit of kit. But it's comfortable, I've got to admit. So yeah, definitely well worth having on that front. I was going to have a look to see if this actually sets. No, this ain't going to set. Oh, fuck's sake. It's obviously... No, it's not setting. You can clearly see it's pulling. It's what it's doing. It's actually pulling away. It's bloody annoying, because obviously where they've yeah, obviously I've got a new chair. Look at me. Obviously I should have a new chair command in that front. Whack it with some hot glue on it. Well, I tried that, Worms. It didn't set. The hot glue didn't work. I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. I've been looking at, obviously, for it. God, he's bloody farted again. Bronson, what's he like? So obviously, God, he keeps dropping one. That Bronson, he's a terror in that front. So I have to keep. So now I have to keep some air freshener, some lavender air freshener, because he keeps farting. God dear, dogs, what are they like? I don't know. How am I going to stick that down? Because obviously I've got all the parts in here. And the only issue that I'm having is that it won't stay stuck down. And unless, because JB Weld is no different than it's another epoxy. And how else do you stick metal to metal? Mr. Pico on that front. So yeah, what will is there actually an MCU detects his electric when he lets rip? Yeah, well, obviously. You could have made one up there, Worms. Definitely, sir. 100%. He fucking keeps dry. He's terrible. Absolutely, he's obviously thinking, God, you can taste it. I want to smell lavender. I don't want to smell these on that front. So, obviously, I was looking. This is the place where I've got me that Zell chip from. It smells like when he detects it. The smell of chip. All I can smell is literally, all I can smell is lavender. He's obviously thinking, for crying out loud, he's chronic. That is really, really chronic. So, I got it from this company, and he does this. Apparently, this is on eBay, and this geezer does all RGHing stuff. So he does consoles, he sells all bits for mods, he does LEDs on that front. So if you guys obviously need to get parts, the bloke on eBay, he's the person to get it from, because he literally deals with this stuff. Obviously, there's a mobile number there, a telephone number, obviously, on that front, or you can email him. So he'll mod the console for you, he'll do all that. But if you want to do it yourself, he sells the parts and the tools to actually do it. So I thought, oh, it's always handy, it's always sort of like reasonable to try and keep that front. But yeah, obviously that didn't help with that fucking smell. obviously not. Right, so what I was going to do, right, if Michael was in, which clearly not, because he's in Canada and it'd be a different time zone. I don't know how long time differences are in Canadian and versus the UK, because obviously it's like Australia. Obviously, I've got the Mr. Ace jumped in and sorted the other console out for us, and he done it within what, 5 minutes? Not even that. He just went straight to it, created a folder, and dumped everything in. Well, that's what I was going to ask. I know you was in Michael's stream earlier. Can you guys remember that CD, that program he used? Because I could have made one of them CDs up, because I was watching him while I was putting his chair together on that front, because that would have been a fantastic bit of kit. Obviously, because he changed it from, it was something like a T3 program. I think that was the one that Ace was on about. He was experimenting with it. I was watching him, and I went, that'd be even better, because obviously it just put the file straight on, and it made it a lot easier to. In that way, you ain't got to keep. I know you still have to HTTP it over, but at least the files go straight on from it, and it just installs it straight to the hard drive. It was just, I found that was a lot easier to do, but I forgot the program. But I don't know if you guys actually took any notice of the name of the program, because I forgot the name. Obviously, I was caught up of putting this together, this gaming chair, because it was bloody it's a bit challenging, and it wasn't the best when it come to like with instructions, but I've done it. And I thought, God, bloody hell, Bronson, really? So. I don't even know what this one's got. An 120 gig hard drive in. I know these ones on that. Yes, sorry, phone call. No worries, Mr. Swindon, sir. Obviously, these ones ain't been taken apart. Mick, did Mick reply to me? Sorry, Anne, did you send me a message? Perfect. Let me know when you right, Sloth Tech. Let me know if you do go live again. Right, okay. No, it's fine. Yes. So no, I did ask if you got your chip yet. Yeah. No, I'm still waiting for the chip. No chip for the turntable. Obviously, it's still in Ching Chang land at the moment. So I've got still got to wait for that. It's bloody waiting for everything. It's the only thing when you order things from AliExpress. They just take so long. So yeah, I'm still waiting for the chip. You know, it's bad enough. Even waiting for parts, even coming from the UK. They don't rush. These things, they don't rush. Seem to get the things out. So, obviously, for obvious reasons, on that front, obviously, like I said, I've never done modding. Michael's getting much better at modding because obviously he's doing more on a daily basis. Michael, here, I was just talking about you, sir, on that front. And, yes, Michael, guess what turned up, my friend? My Xbox X Flasher turned up. So, and they give me all the wire to go with it. What? So, you'll have to excuse me because Bonson keeps dropping his behind. And it obviously absolutely stinks to high hell. So, what I've done, my X Flasher chip turned up. So, this was the X Flasher 360. This is, I think this is the same one as you, but it's micro USB types. It's a Type C connector on that front. So obviously I've got a cable, you know, from Type C to USB, so it's not a problem. And they've given me, I assume these are the when you connect this up to the PC. And that front, so they've given me all the wires to go with it and the connectors. That front, I've never used these before. Yeah, I've got one of those. I'm all right for cables. I'm fine with that. The only thing that I meant to ask you, because obviously I've got a new gaming chair, and I was putting. I'll show you guys, because obviously you guys have not seen it. I was putting this together while I was watching your channel. This turned up this afternoon, me gaming chair, and I wanted something a bit comfortable to sit in, because I was obviously I was sitting on that thing over there, and that obviously was too low, and it was hurting my back. So I got myself a new padded chair, and it's like suede. It's really comfortable, and that front. So I meant to ask you, while I was watching your channel, it is really comfy. It's really nice to sit on. It's you know, I got that off the TikTok shop. That CD you was doing, right, that you injected. Slothdeck, thank you for popping them off. How are you? I was enjoying your channel, sir. You need to set up some commands and have a little bit of music running in the background. I do love the content though. So it was, obviously I was watching you do your Nintendo Switch up front. Obviously not the easiest to do on that, but I think the hardest part is actually putting the software on. Trying to get the software and configure it. It's a bloody nightmare. That fun. Yeah, yeah, Michael, I was actually watching, what was that? Yeah, nice one. It works. That's awesome, Michael. It was nice doing work. Michael, what was that CD you used? Because obviously I could make a CD up. That was perfect, because I see you was injecting the program straight onto that, and it went straight on. You know, and I know you had to do a little bit of configuring, but that was a much better CD. Yeah, that was a special one from Chris F. Oh, was it? Oh, so it's Mr. Chris F that done it. Bloody hell. It was obviously, for obvious reasons, it was a lot better. Hell of a lot better. That front. Right, yeah, that was an ISO from Chris, and then that's it, dash launch, that's it. Yeah, it went straight to, and then you can, once you've got dash launch, then you can configure it straight from there. Yeah, and that one, so it's a freshly dash launch install. Softdeck, yeah, thanks a lot. I was actually reading up to see what I could actually, you know, add to mod it. Obviously, Mr. Swindon done mine. I paid Mr. Swindon to do, because I'm not really got into modding. You know, obviously I've got loads of Xbox 360s. I know these ones are the fact. This one is the Jasper model on these ones. So obviously I've got a stack of them down here. Oh, that's only some on that front. I found some under the bed. So I want to obviously start getting into the modding scene and start RGHing like Michael does. I mean, it's a good thing to learn. That, yeah, get that Jasper modded. Yeah. So obviously I couldn't do nothing without that X Flasher. So that's what I was waiting for. on that front. So I thought, oh, well, I know I've left it a little bit late, but then I don't like going on while you're wadding, because I like watching yours. I like to see how you're doing it as well. So which is great. And again, it all gives support to each other, which that's what it's all about. It's all about the general support. Yeah, this one I must have took apart because I said it's now cleaned inside and I put new thermal paste on. Sam One, how you been, my friend? Hey, thank you for popping on. Oh, I forgot. You can pull these ones off. Oh no, you can't. No, you can't pull these ones off. They're not like the old Fats where you just pull the faceplate off. Or can you? Oh, that bloody Bronson, he's done it again. There's a new way. Try maybe next time. Yeah, there's a few ways to actually read the mains on the 360s. Yeah, the faceplate just... I thought it did. Do you know what? I wasn't 100%, Michael. I thought, does this one... Yeah, you're right. It does come off. I looked. I thought, obviously, I ain't took one of these apart. Obviously, this one's been taken apart. It's got the void sticker on that front. And you can see how easy these ones... Undergrow! How you doing, my friend? Thank you for popping on. Yeah, the Pico flasher. I've got the... No, I actually bought the X flasher. That's what I got. These ones, obviously... yeah. Do you have the tool to actually remove... Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got the tool. Oh, no. Yes, I have. I know the tool you're on about. Actually, let me quickly find it. Good shout, Michael. Because obviously... You're going to need... Obviously, I've got to probe the back to get the bloody back off. It's obviously not going to be in here. I just, yeah. I just don't want the Pico flasher. Obviously, the Pico flasher's coming in. Michael, you talking about that toy, ain't you? That's a bit bent up. Ignore that. Fucking. Yeah, the JP, the X flasher, the Picos, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was the tool to actually get this off, because obviously these line up and these are buggers to get off. That front. I hate these things. These are the only things working on these fat 360s. Yeah, Nick's in. Yay, Mr. Nick's here. How you doing, sir? Once, obviously, yeah. Hi, Nick. You think it's the weekend? It is the weekend. Well, that is true. It is the weekend. And that fun. I did see NanoFix was on that front, but fuck me. Hang on, I've got to straighten him out. The beat is anything. You straighten them up a bit. Poor bloody dog. He stinks. Dogs always end up going the poop. Right. It's the only thing with these, don't I? These, I hate. Do you tend to find these, Michael? That, you know, trying to take these apart they're a joke. So you have to use a flat spatcher and then just try and pry them apart. Yeah, repairs not. Yeah, not here. Yeah, my dog usually lays around on the floor and farts, and it was actually smell. Obviously, for obvious reasons, like dogs don't care, do they? When they're just thinking, I'll just drop one, this or I'll give it to me master, he can have that free of charge. I won't charge him for it. You think, oh, thanks. Trying to get this. You've got to line all these up, and when they're not lining up, this is the trouble. Yeah, just give it a push. I had to line up all these holes because some of these tags were a little bit bent. Obviously, where I've been taking some of these apart. Obviously, Microsoft don't use cheap tools like this on that front. Fuck. That Bronson. There you go. Hey, she's out. Right. The right tool for the right job, as they say. Now, obviously, this is going to... Don't brain me from when I say this, but obviously, I've never modded a 360. Never. And I'm going to openly admit it. I have never even attempted to mod one of these things. All I'm good at is cleaning them, stripping them down. That I am definitely good at on that front. So... let me grab. Obviously, Michael's the king for that because he's done quite a lot. So, obviously, you do get better over time. Boff, Andy. Yeah. Oh, geez. Now I see what that tool looks like, if that exists. Yes, someone. Yeah, they are great tools to obviously, like, you need one of these if you're ever going to take a 360 apart. They're cheap and cheerful on that front. They will do the job. Definitely do the job. I'll tell you what, I use this to do my chair. I've used this to put pictures up. Fucking screw. I'll tell you what a great tool. Literally, I've been really impressed with this. This is about the best one I've bought so far, this Works one. Bloody Bronson. Disgusting. Now, obviously, for obvious reasons, I have to take I think they all have to I might, yeah, that screw is good, yeah. Oh, hi, Chilly Relax. I forgot to add you in the hello list. That's alright, Nick, don't worry, I'm always forgotten, mate. I'll put a link in Discord for the RGH reference. Thanks, Michael. One some. Yeah, thankfully my 360s are running nice, so I can actually save from my Xbox One. Michael, is it easier to take this straight out of the casing and just put the bare board on that one? Yeah, what's it saying? It says Works, the side. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Works. The casing is nice. You get a lot of tools with it. I've got to admit, when Mr. Swindon told me, he said, Chill, you want to get yourself one of these? I've got to admit, this is great. It is, yeah, take it all out. I thought it was great. These are really good tools. And for £27, these are bloody fantastic. I've been really impressed with these. Really impressed. Oh, hold up. He's farted again. Let's get the air freshener. He's been doing this all afternoon. God, it's nasty. It's like, you don't... For obvious reasons, it attacks you for some reason. I don't know why, it just seems to attack. I'm not that dog. Yeah, but because he's a big dog, it feels like blame Bronson. Yeah, he knows the truth. The trouble is with Bronson, so when he's done it, he just sits there and he just thinks, yeah, so what? What do you want? A medal? Now, the only thing that I've not got, Michael, is the program, but I assume that you can download the program. Obviously, you've got to put Zell onto it, and once you've got Zell, like I said, I've got to RGH this, so... Oh, Mike, before I do anything, yeah, whoever smelt it, dealt it. That is true, actually, 100%. Mike, one thing I've not took in consideration. You need J-Runner or extra download. That's not a problem. You know what I've not put in and it's just come to me. You normally need, is it a 10k ohm resistor? Because I'm not sure if I've got any 10k ohms. I've got resistors. I don't know what type of bloody resistors, because obviously you need to put these resistors in. I don't even know what these ones are. I'll have to put a probe on these and probe them and see what resistance these are. Whoever's done the rhythm drone has done the cry. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, you're right there, Mr. Swindon. 100%. These are 470k ohm resistors. So obviously they're 470. Have I got any higher? I think you need a 10k ohm resistor. If you just don't have the resistor, you can actually do without it. Oh, right, okay. So what's the idea of the resistor then? What's the idea of them? Because obviously, oh here, oh that's a 1 kg. That's a 1 kg. They're 1 kg resistors. I've got ones. What's the colour code? These ones are blue, and the other ones are. Them ones are brown. So I couldn't even tell you. On that front, there's some different ones under there. Are they the same ones? They look a little bit different. Hold up, I didn't see them underneath. What are these ones? They're 50s. They're 47Rs. They're 47s. Can't use a capacitor. These are 1. These are 1 KO. On each side. God, yeah, I forgot. Actually, that's one thing obviously I forgot. Is that obviously I started collecting components now. Is the resistance side. Can you actually... yeah, you can actually... You need a 1 nano, a 41, a 41 and a 48 diode. Right, diodes. Oh, great. Diodes. Don't think I've got... Oh, fuck. Well, this is good. Alarm. What colour bands? Right. Give me a minute. I'll open it up and I can show you the colour bands. Right. Let me have a look at the colour bands. This one is obviously... I'll put the scope under. Put it under the scope. And you guys can see it. This is a moment of truth. If the only thing I might not have is what Michael said. Fucking resistors. No. So I mean with OBS, it still don't detect it. Unbelievable. Even with this brand new thing, it still won't detect. It don't like inking scammers, I'll tell you. There you go. So, and you guys can see it for yourself. OBS, yeah, don't do that on OBS. Don't do mine either. Yeah, obviously it don't. Just let us know the part number. Don't know if the part number means anything. Now, obviously, it doesn't. It's the first startup. It's the same on mine. Oh, so it's an OBS thing. Oh, that's interesting. So obviously, yeah, the yellow and the purple and the yellow and gold. Yeah, I can read it out because obviously. The colour situation on these is, let me move it up and then I can focus it in. And you guys can actually see. So it's a yellow and purple, yellow and gold. So, yeah, you can actually see it, the colour there. So, it's a 4-band, not a 5-band on that one. And that's on these ones, which is all of them, which they're saying that there's 470k ohm resistors. 470k. Thanks, Carl, for that front. So that's a 470 because that's what I said. I've wrote it down, so I know that's a 470. Now the other one. Now, obviously, that's a 5 band, and that one, these are saying they're the 1 KO, which is a brown. These look like 2 browns, a red. I don't even know what colour that is, a blue and a black. Hi, Chill. Falcon! Falcon's in. It's the Falcon. Yeah, the Lima, that's a bit high. No, it's dropped one again. I'm going to have to use it. I'm going to run out of fucking air freshener the way I'm going, I'm telling you. So, yeah. So I've got these ones. These are the 1 KO resistors. Rick. Oh, Rick's in. Rick. How you doing? Yeah, how's the new chair? It's comfy. It's really comfy, sir. Absolutely love it. And that front. It's one of the most comfortable chairs I've ever sat in. It's really padded. It's more than I can say for Bronson because it keeps bloody dropping one. Yeah, they're 10k. Oh, that's a 10k. So these are 10k. Right, okay. So, right, okay. Oops. Okay to 10k. Thanks, Carfor. So they are so that is a 10k home. So that's a 10k then. So what these ones are saying 47 hours. Yeah, the black and the brown and the red. Yeah, the new chair. So don't fall out this one. Don't. Yeah, I won't fall out this one. What's happened here? Fucking, it's gone bright, super bright. These are 47 hours. So I've got these ones on here. Falcon says don't fall out the chair. I'll try not to. This one, the other one, that went in the bin, mate. So yeah, they're 47 hours, I think these are. It's coming up on there. I did probe these to see if what they was actually, yeah, they're 47s. So they're 10k home. I've got 10k home. So I'm all right for 10Ks. The only other thing is Michael says is it resistors that you've got to have? Not resistors. What is it you've got to have? Oh, let me read back up on the message. Fucking hell, that's disgusting. Yeah, that's it. Oh, diodes. Yeah, I have no idea that 1 in 4 diode means. Yeah, obviously. So, Mike. So no, yeah, you need a diode as well. Oh, for crying out loud! So I need a diode. Fuck me. Let's have a look to see if I've got any diodes. God. So right, I've got 10k home. I mean, it's like everything else. You start off one thing, thinking, I guarantee I'm not going to have the bloody diode. I think I've got some diodes, but I don't know what type of diode. Does it have to be a Pacific diode? I bet it does for the 360. Thanks, Anne. I'll tell you what, sir. You should have grabbed one of these chairs. They're really comfortable. An SS110. All right. Andy comes out, but it's being really Pacific. Bin 2. Right. So let's look for the resistors. So, sorry, a diode. So let's see if I've got any frigging diodes. Have I got any up that side? Oh, God. Oh, it still fucking plays up. I hate getting old. Oh, excuse me. I like the money, me. Give me money. Give me the money. The money one. That's Andy's favourite. Andy likes that command. Give me money. No, that's for the GameCube. Money, money, give me the money. Obviously thinking, I haven't got a clue. Undergrow, yeah, this is my favourite one. So, yeah, obviously the Money Me ones. I got that off Mr. MK, thanks to him. So, obviously, he called me a little ship earlier on because I said you're a Furby lover. And then he timed me out, the little ship. Freaking, obviously, I said, you wait to get your Furby. And Carfor saying, just inject 60 volts. Obviously, it's not a bad idea. But obviously, he's just paid for a working one. And I don't. So, yeah, check 60 volts. Obviously, if I haven't got that that diode, it can't be done, can it, without the diode? So obviously, I think I'm going to be screwed without a bloody diode here because I think something tells me I'm not going to have that diode. Obviously, like I said, if I'd have known, I would have got some of them ordered. So now I'm going to have to go through this lot and see if I've got any bloody diodes here. I've got fucking shitloads of capacitors. Obviously, because a lot of the things I was repairing, they needed caps. It was all bloody caps that was going. So I've got 10k. Got the 10k ohm ones there. No, that's HDMI ports. Do you have any like dead boards that you can actually? Yeah, actually, I have. It's funny you should say that, sir. I have got a dead board, Nick, sir. Can you actually take it off a dead board then? I've got a red ring of death. Obviously, I'll have to take it apart, but it's a red ring of death one, which is next door. I can grab it and strip it so I can take it off that. See, salvaging. You're resaving some of the others. Still right, let me take that out. Well, that's good bit of news. I didn't know you could actually take that. Power! Give me the money. Money me. These are the biggest. That's the only thing working with these old fat models. Obviously, the slim's going to be a lot better. But that was the thing that Michael was having issues of. Getting these bloody things, these heat shields. These are a nightmare to work on. When I see you struggling putting that on, I went, I had one of them come off. It done my head in. Here's a new command for you. I'll have a look in a minute. Give me 1 minute, sir. Right, so let me go and grab. Oh Lord! So what I'm going to have to do, I could take it off the old, take it off the other fat model on that front, and because obviously it's got the red ring of death on it, and obviously it's a salvage. It's stripped down for parts. I didn't know you could actually do it. What I've done with this one, I tried to reheat the GPU on this one, and it just comes up with a 2 error code. 40 was this 4411, and it ended up being a bad CPU. I think the CPU actually overheats. And it just shuts off. It just keeps flashing up red. So obviously, this one's got a working DVD drive in. So it's good for, like you said, it's good for parts. Misunderstood. I meant the old. I meant any old boards. Oh right. Well, can you take any of? Would you be able to take any off the old 360s? Actually, I've got some boards for diodes on it. Wouldn't there be no diodes on these old fat 360s? on that front. Obviously, because this one's got the red ring. It's got the red ring problem. It just literally overheats. No, there's no dies to take off those. Oh, great, lovely. Right, okay. Well, that's made it easier. I'll put that one back. Let me have a look on the other boards, because I've got a box of bits down here. Let me have a look. I'll have to move these. Fucking hell, Bronson. I wish you would keep farting. Jesus. Stink. You literally stunk me out that much. It's unbelievable. Cables just get strapped everywhere. Of course. Let me have a look. I was trying to be helpful. No, that's all right. Well, you are very helpful, sir. Obviously, didn't give me a second thought to actually try and have a look. Yeah, give him a curry pot noodle. Obviously, fucking out to make worms out to make things 500 times worse with Bronson. Now these are old TV boards, so there might be some on there on that front. Diodes. Let's have a look, see if we've got any diodes. Right, let's take some boards out first. I've got boards on that front. I think there's 2 TV boards. This is why I love working on the TV. Give him a curry pot noodle. You're obviously thinking, yeah, curry pot noodles go down a treat, especially with Bronx. Yeah. Right, so I've got a couple of boards there. Right. Any more boards? No. Right, okay. Thought there might be some more. Squish, just had the packet. Yeah, definitely we've I was watching MK taking that which I was pissing myself laughing. I couldn't help it. I was watching MK take that keyboard apart. Obviously, it was an Apple Mac keyboard. One of the hardest things to take apart. The amount of glue on that. Oh, that was a Mac. Yeah, that Mac keyboard was a nightmare. I see him really giving that some force, even with in the glue up. Didn't make no difference. That was well bonded on that front. Well bonded. I said, I did tell you. I actually did say, put it in the bin. I did do the bin command. He said, that's your favourite command, isn't it, Chill? I said, yeah, definitely favourite command. Who don't like a bin command? Right, so I've got a couple of boards here. Right, so what the friggin' hell do I have to look for? Obviously, because these are TV boards. I bet out of all these boards, you know, I'm not going to have one, am I? There's obviously I could see they're diodes. What did you say? What did Mr. Swindon say? Let me get me tester. There is a diode. I think these look like diodes on the board as well. So we've got a couple of diodes on here. I can measure them and see what these ones are. We put it into diode mode. There you go. Yeah, the black rectangular ones with the 2 pins with a semiconductor. I'm pretty sure that's what these are. I forgot what size Mr. Swindon said. He did say what they exactly are. Diodes only go one way anyway, in directional. I didn't even know I have diodes on these boards. on that front. Yeah, these don't look very high in value and all, but then it could be reading in circuit. They're saying it, they're 0.6 on these ones. Yeah, there's no reason to, there's no reason for much glue. Yeah, these are 0.5s. We got any other diodes? Yeah, we've got some more diodes over here. 0.6. These are all 0.6s. Yeah, they're all roughly coming up about 0.6. But obviously we got these, they got some heavier duty ones here, and these ones are coming up. Fuck me, they're spiking. But that could be reading in circuit, because like you said, I might have to take them out. No, that's cool. Yeah. No, the diode, obviously, let me read Michael's one. 8 to 12 months ago, I had no idea what a diode was, and I was never even seen one. So I'm actually installing them now in Xboxes on that file. Well, that's what I'm saying. Because obviously now you're getting better at it, and obviously you're getting quite a good skill of doing the 360s, and it's a good thing to do, because like you said, this is our Ace. Obviously we watched Ace take control over my computer to do that, and he done that in less than about 5 minutes. He created the folder, he knew exactly where to go, created all the zeros, and he'd just done it off the top of his head. He didn't even have to, because like you said, he obviously knows what he's doing. And obviously you do these things day in, day out, it'll be second nature. So you've got to do a lot of them to actually remember it. 0.6 is fairly normal. So thanks, Nick. So actually, you'll need to read the top. You need to read the top, the number on the top. Yeah, obviously I do read. That's what I'm saying. I'm not looking at the bottom. I'm looking at the top, because obviously on that front, because that just tells you what Celsius it's running at. Yeah, 0.6s on that front. So what should they be to put one in the 360? Michael B. Dilemma. I am where you, 8 to 12 months ago. I tend to look down at the bottom. Oh, right. Yeah, well, that's obviously like looking at here. On that front, but I was just probing these diodes on there and just having a quick look, because that don't move that 18, it just stays there. I think it's just like a temperature thing. But these are all registering, these ones registering 0.554, because they're only one directional. Mark was laughing on that one. Mike, obviously, guys, I need your help. Obviously, I don't know what I'm. I told you I've never done this. So yeah, look at the number at the top of the diode. Yeah, the number at the top of the diode. Right. I might have to put my microscope on and have a probe, because obviously. Let me have a quick look. Thanks, Nick. I'm not even sure what even one looks like, to be honest. Right, so let me point over. And then we can have a look at the numbers on the actual diode itself. These are Xeno diodes. They've got Z for Xeno, don't they? Xeno diode. These ones actually look like square cylindered. I have ones that actually look like more like a rounded cylinder. Well, there is other. There's a lot of the same ones. I've got some that are actually bigger than that on that front. Just having a look on this board to actually see if there was actually any more of the diodes on here. On these, normally they do put them on TVs. There's a lot of coils on here. Components, none on that one. What about any on here? This is a Bluetooth module. Big blue. No, none on that one. So there's none of them two. Great, lovely. Okay, 2 boards in here straight away. It's game over. None on that. Let me have a look on this one. Same ones again. Stu! It's the Stu's in the ass. Stu, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for doing that little animation thing. That was really cool. That front. I can measure mine. I can measure mine. 1 sec. Thanks, Mike. Oh, Nick. Yes. Nick Boff. It's 1N. I think it's a 1N4148. Oh, great. Obviously, looking at these ain't nothing like that. These are SBLs, yeah, because they're obviously for TVs. What's the make on that one? Fucking typical, isn't it? So I end up getting something that obviously I've not got. So I won't be able to mod it without them. If I'd have known, I could have ordered some. This is why I wanted to try and attempt. That's why I bought the X Flasher and give it a go. Why does that look all yellow? There you go. Yeah, you could probably get them out of the old the flea. Do you know what I like that, Worms? You can get them off Fleabay. Literally, it's well, what they're actually calling it now, right? Which cracks me up. They're actually calling it X-Flop, which it fucking cracks me up. Microsoft don't like that because they took it off Discord. They blocked it. So everyone's calling everyone the new Xboxes. They call them X-Flops. Obviously, because it's just a flop. I thought, yeah, love it. Absolutely. I do like it, though. I've got one on here, but it don't tell you what it is. Which is this one on here. Who's the Fleabay? I like that. That one's tickled me. You can literally, yeah, Mr. Flopper. Yeah, using the old Xbox. Yeah, when they made me laugh, they said, you know, they did say it was X-Flop, and I was cracking up, but they blocked it. Any of the commands on Discord that used to put an automatic block, but now people were actually getting around it. In the end, they just took it off the Discord server. So now they just blocked it all complete. It's 0.6 as a regulator, and it's a 1N4007 would work. Right. So 0.6. So 0.6 is right. Sorry guys, Bronson. He's done one again. He's done it. He's done it again. That Bronson. Oh God! I've got half a tin left. I'm going to run out of bloody. I'm literally going to run out of air freshener with him. I'm telling you. Jesus. Sorry, guys. Posted photos of the diode, the one I actually used on Discord. All right, give me a minute, Mike. I'll have a look. God, that he's having a nightmare tonight. I'm telling you. Right, yeah, he's got some on here. So Michael's put one on here. Oh, they're the diodes. Yeah, I'm not going to have any of them. Fuck. Yeah, obviously looking at these ones that Mike posted on the Discord, I don't think I've got any of them. Jesus. They be... Mike, is there any of them in them old 360 fats? Because obviously I've got that one down here. I don't think they use them, do they? They don't use them anything like that. Stop drinking what's that? Stop drinking the liquid then, Carl 4. It's silent but deadly. I've never seen those or anything like that, to be honest. Yeah. Well, that's gonna stump me right up then, because obviously there's none on here. So obviously this is a flogging a dead horse. I'm not gonna get anywhere. So the diodes I've got in here. No. You're more likely to find them on fast switch data lines and then in switch mode. Yeah, PSUs. Yeah, there's some on Fleabay. Fleabay. I like that. That one cracks you up. 10 for £1.89. Item number. All right, I'll get that done now. Get some ordered. Thanks, Fal. Cheers, buddy. Let me go on Fleabay. Oh, see, I'm gonna remember that one. That was thanks to Mr. Worms. So obviously that one is obviously cracks me up. So it's 3136 466 744 09. Oh, too many zeros. There you go. Thank you, guys. So obviously I've got to pick the right ones here. Right, quantity 10 in a pack. 10. Obviously, I've how many have I got? Obviously, I'm going to need more than that, you know. Actually, I'll get 20 in a pack, and the type of diode. And then now I've got to pick the most. What is it? The item number. Oh, great. Hold up. I'm going to have to scroll up to get that item number. That on that front, because obviously they're a Pacific diode. That's it. What towards the voltage? Was it a 1N? They've got a 1N 4007. I think that's it, isn't it? A 1-4. Was that the one he was on? No, hold up. Thanks, Falcon. So it's 1N 4148. Right, 4148. Yeah, there you go. 4148 diode, 20 in a pack. I'll get these ordered now. Yeah, obviously. Buy them now. I'll get them posted. Brilliant. Confirm and pay. Done. Lovely jubbly. So obviously, can I still Mike, can I still JTAG? Can I still obviously do the jumper wire? I don't need the diode just yet, do I? The diodes and the resistors to put in. Can I still do it without is there still things I can do? Put on this. Or do I have to wait until they all turn up? Yeah, he's in right. Yeah, all that can be done there. Right, so really I can't do a lot then, really. Obviously I've got all of this in bits. You can do one of the wires for the RGH. You also can do the NAND read and write to Zell to the NAND 2. Oh, right, nice. Okay, so it ain't a total loss then. Obviously, because I've not done that. So... these 360s are a bit of a fucking kerfuffle, aren't they, to take apart. I can see why you work on the slims and obviously not on the fats. But I did see you do the fats. That disc is a lot better. If you've got that as an ISO file, would who actually give it to you? Because obviously I could download the ISO file. I can burn it to a disc. I've got plenty of DVDs. I've got DVD burners on that front, which is not a problem. Yep, about an hour, maybe or more to work. Yep. Replied, forwarded a message. Download the SDR. Oh, nice. Thanks, Mike. I'll go on Discord. I'll get that downloaded. I'll put that in there. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Obviously, I've got plenty of DVD burners. I've got hundreds of blank DVDs. Obviously, I don't have any problems. So, I've got the program to burn it. I've got ISO burner that front, so I can boot that on there. So, that's not an issue. Because obviously, that did make that a lot easier. I was watching your channel on there. And while I was putting this gaming chair together. Right. Do you know what? That's one of the biggest pet hates, taking these bloody things apart. They are not the easiest. Of course not. Don't be daft. They don't make it that simple. That is not a talk bit. So that's probably the reasons why that is not even. No. I'm going to have to go through my other parts. Fuck. Right, no worries. Yeah, I haven't played that second one yet. Oh boy. Ace does that perfectly. He's obviously that perfect command. Yeah, the old boy command. Absolutely can't beat it. I'm going to have to get another can of air freshener. Oh, he's done it again. Hold up, guys. I'm fucking running out of... Oh, Jesus. He's done it again. Oh, boy. It literally is... That is... It's out of this world. You can't even comprehend how bad that is. But it is chronic. It's really chronic. I don't know what he's had today. Right? It's just going right through him. He's fighting like he's had anything today. I'll tell you what we did have for dinner earlier on. I had a little bit of... I had a bit of cabbage, a bit of mash, some Brussels sprouts, and a sausage. Obviously, Linda McCartney sausage, because I'm vegetarian. I don't eat meat. So... But I wonder if my mum's actually given a Brussels sprout because it smells like bloody Brussels. And I'm pretty sure that's what she's done. She's given Brussels. And it's gone right through him. That front. It bloody smells like it. I know that for a fact. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, cabbage will do that. Yeah. Obviously, it's fucking unbelievable. Bonson's really dropping one tonight. He's doing a good job of it and all. So I can't use... Well, I've ordered the diodes. Yeah, I tried actually eating Brussels, but I actually don't get on. Yeah, obviously you can't get on with them. Say that you rather like, or you don't like. Now, obviously, someone ain't put the X clamp on this, because what they've done instead, they've put the fucking big screws straight in. So they've obviously done away with the X clamp and just put the screws in, which obviously they must have had Xbox clamp issues. So they've made sure this is actually all tightened down properly on that front. But, it just works. It's actually, you can't beat a good Brussels. No, Stu's right. Even the cabbage would definitely make you go. It's enough to make you go pop. The poopy command. Fuck. So yeah, obviously they've took the X clamps off this and put bloody big screws, obviously, on that front. I'll burn that onto, that's crazy. So yeah, obviously, fucking size of them screws, look. I mean, if you look at these boards, this is what I was saying to you about earlier on when you were looking at the boards. Even this one, right, I know it looks dead straight, but there is a slight little warpage on the actual board because these are multi-layered boards on that front. Yeah, obviously that won't, that doesn't obscure any points. Yeah, wonder why they removed the X. I don't know. Yeah, obviously they must have had reasons on this one. All I know, that's when I took it out for the first time and I went, oh, someone's had this apart before. Obviously for a reason they've put these type of screws in on that front, and they look like they packed them out with washers as well, so you've got like a washer behind them. Jesus, that's huge. Yeah, but it don't stop it, no worms. It boots up, plays fine. So they've obviously put this in that front, and it's not knocked any components. I just had a look to make sure that it's not gone over anything, and they've obviously got the clearance. The only one I was a bit concerned was over here, because it looked like it had gone over the tracks. But no, it's just cleared. It's obviously over the first track. Must have, whacked that on a device. Yeah, I think they have. Obviously, it's like looking at that point. Now, that's another thing. Wire. I know Michael's going to ask me for the wire, right? If Bronson can just hold his bum just for a little bit longer, and I don't have to suffer if I keep smelling them smelly farts at the end of the day. Now, I've got wire here. Now, I've got this type of wire. This is AWG 24. So it's obviously gauge 24 to 30, which is this like a type of these wire commands on here, because obviously the other stuff is far too heavy. Oh, was this 0.4? 0.425 wire. I'd actually go 28 to 39, I think. Well, I have got this type of wire, but I think it's too thick and it's much more rigid. Which is, these are solid single core tinned copper wire. Now, if you look at this stuff is much more heavy duty, but it's much more rigid and all. And it's like you said, it's coppered wire. So actually tinned copper wire. I'd actually use the 3-core mains one cable, because obviously this stuff is like fucking, it's like armoured cabling. 0.25 copper wire and 30 gauge wrapped wire. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't know what type of gauge wire. Obviously, the copper wire, I'm not sure. It don't say what this one is. I haven't got a clue. Obviously, it's come from Germany. Oh, 20 gauge. So that's the solid wire. It's 20 gauge. There you go. And you were saying on that front, 0.25. This is 20 gauge one. So obviously, that's far too big. Yeah. So the copper wire to 30 gauge wrapping core one. So what one would you recommend then? Obviously, I've only got these. This stuff on here. This is suitable up for 60 watts. But obviously, that's too thick. It's actually thicker than that. I've had energy stream today. She put me in tears. What, on Mr. Swindon? Yeah. I didn't even know. It didn't even notify me. You can use that 28 gauge standard if you want. Yeah. Yeah, obviously. Which is this stuff here. Yeah, sorry about that. Agonist, I'm laughing my arse off. You can also use that 28 gauge standard if you want. So, what's the best one to use, Mike? Because I've got the 28 AWG solid wire, which is this stuff. Or I use this. This is obviously a lot thinner. Up front. Oh, Cabby. Oh, it's Cabby on. Oh, I didn't see that. The standard, as you know, it isn't obviously going to be pure connection, but it's obviously so it don't break. Yeah, obviously it does. Cabby, thank you for popping on, my friend. Yeah, obviously something that's not going to break. Standard wire core. Sorry, Mick, it's me. It's alright. You don't have to apologise, sir. We don't time anyone out here. Obviously, you can have a good old chin wag. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I'm glad you had a laugh, Stu. Oh, yeah. Obviously, I've missed that. Didn't come up. I missed your stream today, sir. Obviously, I was cutting the grass around my mum's grass. I had some chores to do. So obviously, I probably would have missed it. That's what I've done. Squish. No, I don't know that. No. So it's something that's not going to break. I would still say, mind you, then looking at the board on here, that 20 gauge wire, obviously it's going to be a tiny point where you're going to ask me to fucking solder on, and that 20 gauge is obviously going to be too much. Obviously, looking at how tiny these ports are, that 20 gauge is going to be massive. So that probably wouldn't be a good share anyway. Lol, bin. Looks like the command actually gets Aggies when he gets used to it. Yeah. All in points are on small forage. All right. So I'll leave the 20 gauge out. I'm not going to use it then. We'll stick with this because obviously I'm going to have to do this under the microscope for obvious reasons. And like you said, now I'm going to need the other. Oh yeah, just googled it in wrong, Michael. You know, it's actually it's yeah, solid can actually carry more current. Yeah, obviously it's all about the current draw, isn't it? Because obviously smaller wire has less resist. It has obviously got less resistance on that front. So you want something that's got much more of a pure connection. Yeah, that's why the solid core wire wraps wires. Yeah, obviously I know that the solid core ones, obviously that's the formal coated ones. You just scrape it off and you can just do it that way. This shoe, I mean, I'm hoping this will be alright. I mean, this is wrapped wire. That front. Yeah, that way I should be fine. Just pick a nice colour. Obviously, I want a brighter colour, and I don't want to have a dark colour. Well, the only colours I've got in here. Oh, actually, there is some yellows. There is some yellows. So obviously, I'm going to have to cut this. Hold up. Let's get the scalpel. So just pick a nice colour. Obviously, I want a nice bright colour, so I might pick a yellow. And then I can do it that way. Now I'll trim it off after once, because obviously I watched you do some of your ones, and obviously now that's obviously going to be too much. I'm going to use yellow, right? So I'll use a nice yellow colour. Now these have got to be bridged over. I could always trim it up after. Yeah, you can tell me table's really organised today. Obviously not. It's obviously not organised at all. I'll say one thing, that chair it makes a difference when you're sitting on a nice squishy chair. You think, oh, that's lovely. Really nice. Now I've only have to go to certain points, so that's going to be more than enough for what I want. Right. How many have I got? How many have I got to cut, right? Is it just one or two for the bridging points? Now, obviously, that's quite a nice length that I've cut. Won't need all that, but like I said, I'll do one first, thread it over, and then I can trim it up after I've done it. DB1 to CPU PLL and point out which one you want to do now. Right, okay. Do the most difficult one first. Well, it ain't going to make no difference anyway. So, like you said, let me strip this back. There you go. Let's switch this on. Tin the points first. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I'll tin 1 point. I'll tin 1 point up. Where's that old flux? Yeah, it's up there. Where's the... Yeah, that do. So... Right, that's tinned up. The CPU to PLL is the harder one for sure. Okay, we'll do that one first then. We'll tin that one up. We'll do that one. Now I've pinned one side of that. Alright, one side. Now, obviously, I don't know where my fucking... I don't know where me grabbers are gone. Not me grabbers, me cutters. Don't matter. I'll trim it up. Like that. Cool. Right, so obviously I'm going to need the other camera for this. So let me spin this one round and I can go back into the Eatings and have a quick look. So I'm going to have to go to, like you said, be careful, these wires need to go through the other side of the board. Yeah, well, obviously that's why I've done it nice and long. Actually, before I do that, let's thread that through first. Just find where this goes, and then I'll know if I cut the right length before I do it. So obviously I'll need to find that CPU POL file is the hardest one. So obviously I've got to look. Mike, can you put some diagrams actually on Discord so I can know where they are on the board itself? You can give me a good diagram. Yeah, I'll download that software now because that's a RAW file. I can download that. Find the CPU POL. God, look how fucking small this board is. My carrots ain't the best of things, even looking at anything like that. Look, obviously looking at these boards, these are absolutely tiny. It's the weekend module, the model. Obviously, trying to find that, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. You can see why when you're struggling, when you've done them loads. Have fun. I'll send you a link in Discord. Thanks, bud. Obviously, I'll know once I know then I can navigate over to the board because this might not be long enough. I want to thread it through first where it needs to go because this might be too short, and then I don't want to end up undoing it and it's all got to be done again. No, he's farted again. Jesus, this dog. He's not giving up tonight. Jesus, that is nasty. Pete goes put a new command in. Obviously, I've not had time to do commands yet. Got loads of new commands to put in. That'll take an hour or two. Put all them in. Yeah, I don't like the way they've done, put all these bloody big screws in. Fucking Jesus. But I've got to admit, trying to look at this board. Tell you what, why Michael's sorting that out, I'm going to plug my HDMI cable back into this for my Eakins camera, and it'll make it easier for me. Because then I can keep an eye. I wish this bloody monitor would have had 2 HDMIs, it would have made it easier. I want to have to keep fucking taking things out, unplugging it, and plugging it back in, because it's a pain in the arse. Might have to get another TV that's got 2 HDMIs. Link's already posted in your Discord. Thanks, buddy. Let me go into... Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's Aces. Right, hold up, because I'm looking actually. Link's already posted in your generals. Alright. Oh, the fucking camera's froze up, is it? Yeah, the camera's froze up. Hold up, give me a minute. I thought things said it weren't right. No, so see, it's doing it again. OBS. I really hate OBS. It's not. It's really one of those type of operating systems. It's absolutely diabolical. There you go. change all the lead, and it obviously don't make a blind bit of difference. So, right, let me go into that, visit the site. Right. A 22k ohm, the CPU POPL bypass. It's a the DB-F1 connection. Right. The post to in diode one, this is a P7 connection. Obviously I've got to have a diode connected to that. Was that the one you was on about, Mike? That fucking that diode one, I think you said. Let me double read. Obviously this is the NAND X install X360 FAT. They was the connectors. That's the read, obviously, when you're connecting to it. The other one is during the J runner software. You need to the real mod install the CPU POL asset bypass with the connector. So obviously it's the other side of the board. It's not this back side. It's obviously the other side, and it looks like it's going to be next to two capacitors. Depending on the make and model, it should say DB something. I bet it's going to be up here. Right up towards this section. I think this is where this is going. Yeah, go to the weekend modulator link. I think as I sent you in your general. Yeah, I think I've got it here. So this looks like where these two. I think these are because we've got a list of. I don't know what that's doing here. DB1. Down, I think it's past the NAND. Oh right, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that where the NAND is. Sorry. Obviously the NAND. I'll show you where the NAND is. I could just see it. Right. So the NAND is here. So we've got a NAND here, and it's past these. These are the two here. So it's up this end. Right. Okay. That's it. This looks like it's past the NAND itself. So we've got the components. Obviously, I can see up here, and it's over in this corner. Right, let me move this over because obviously I've got no room on this table. Obviously, none whatsoever because I'm trying to do DB. That looks like it. Yeah, there you go. So there's the DB one. Yeah, your finger's on it. Yeah. So obviously we've got to solder to this point. Install the CPU bypass with a 22k ohm to an image that actually shows you it below. So we need to go from here and install the post. So it looks like it's got to come through right the way through the other side. So that wire's not going to be big enough. Which this is what I said to you earlier on, like you said. So you've actually fingers on it. So obviously I need to do. That's got to be soldered there, and I can see what you mean with the wire. That wire is just about the right size. You go, and then near the PCU. So I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll dab that, put a little black marker on it, so I know where to look. Right. Don't worry. These are whiteboard markers. These will wipe off. Right. So I'm going to put a little black dot there. So that's got to go through that hole. There's obviously got some moles around here. we've got some holes at the top next to the CPU itself, or the so let me see if that would have done. I don't think it would. Yeah, that wire is good. Yeah, it's just the right size, that wire. That's literally, that was actually a bit of a blessing, because I'll tell you what, I thought that other wire would have been far too big. Far too big. Right, so what I've done, I'll show you where I've put the wire. Right, so I've moved the wire up, and I've gone through one of the holes on the corner and poke it through. Right, I'm going to hold one side to the other and just see if it actually goes through. Right, so I've obviously put it through where the wire's going on here, in that front. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bung a little bit of caption tape, just hold it, because I'm not going to solder it. I'll just, and then go for it that way. And then caption tape will hold it down, and then I know I've got enough. Right, so I've allowed a little bit over, because obviously, and then now I can point this over. So now you can see where the wire is actually going. It's actually going straight into the hole on that front, so it's gone over. So now it's on the other side of the board. I can flip her over. Now you can see where the wire's coming out, and I just want to see if we've got enough room to now where it's got to go to the second part. And I've got to look for one of the X clamps. Yeah, God, would help they put it around the right orientation, and it's the FT mark, so it's going to be around the FT marks where one of these X clamps is. So I've only got to look for the FTs where all the where obviously, because it's right next to one of them X clamps. This might still be enough yet, don't know. So I've only got to look, because it's right next to where the X clamp is anyway. So I can look where these markers go, and then I can go from that way. We'll find it around the right way. So obviously I've come in from this section, and I've got to go from, this is the first one, and it's one of the FTs. We've got FTs over here. I've just got to have a look, and they ain't the FT models. Oh, I can see it. The FTs are over here. Here's the FTs. Fuck me, it's right round the other side of the bloody board. They could have put it, yeah, there it is, they're here. So obviously FT6U7, which is right down here. No, it's not long enough. Damn it. See what I mean by actually saying, look how short the wire is to where I've got to go from there. So it's obviously, yeah, it's near the FT. Yeah, I know I can find it now. So that wire is going to have to be a lot longer. That's why I didn't want to solder it, see? Obviously I thought, okay, well that's fair enough, because I could just take another piece. Obviously you don't realise how far it's got to travel. I've got a longer piece now. I can make sure I have. Right, cool. I'll do the same thing again. I'll take that wire out. Now I know where that is. Take that out. Keep the caption tape. Do the same thing again. And then, because I always allow it a little bit over. Yeah, bloody nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. Descending. God, they are. Didn't realise of this the scale of like how much you've got to cut. So I'll cut a nice long piece there now. This should do it. I'm hoping it does. It looks about the right length. As long as I know I've got the length. Obviously, it's like you said, get the longer one done first. I've gone way over past the hole, and then I know where that is, and that is. So now I've got a nice long piece. It now covers right to where I need to be, which is right up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay a little bit over for just in case if you make a Lulu or something like that. So obviously I need to solder up to FT6U7, which is the second one from the bottom, which is that one right there. So and you're looking at it, it is minuscule, small. It's seriously small. So it's this one here. Obviously I've got a solder to. So what I'm going to do, the length of that's quite long. So I'm going to lay just a little bit over, and then that way, if I do make a fluff up, I've got a little bit extra to work against. So yeah, that'd be a good shirt. Yeah, the other end of that wire with one diode. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, well, I can leave that one end in, so I can solder one end on. I'll leave that as that length. I won't cut it because I know I've got to put a diode on. So one thing I can do then, I'll solder that on. Let's get that soldered on first. Which is this one here. So I need to solder. Michael Dilemma, save on the solder. Yeah, that's Mr. Rose. Actually, it's legendary on that front. So yes, definitely save on the solder. Don't bother. Just hot glue it. We'll get the glue out. Actually, could you actually get away with just using glue? Because I've always worried that. Can you actually use the hot glue side? Would it still work? No one's ever tried it, have they? Well, it's my first attempt to actually try this, so yeah, points to the oxidized probability. I mean, comparing, I've never J-tagged one of these, so this is a completely new ball game for me on that front. Completely new. So be great if I could, because obviously then it's going to give me confidence to do others. Give it a go. Yeah, look, the way I look at it, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? You never know until you give it a go. Right, now obviously I don't have to give that any solder, do I? I probably would actually. Let me give that a little blob of solder. Would help if I put a bit of flux on it. Where's my flux? Get the old flux out. Michael's holding his hands, he's thinking, fucking, that's it. Chill, it's your first go. Well, you know, that's the main thing. MK still exploring. I'm still exploring. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm not like you guys. Obviously, you know, we've still got to get. Some people are better than others. As you said, it smells like. I'll tell you what it smells like. That actually smells like curry sauce. It actually smells quite nice. Is that tinned? I don't think that's tinned. That ain't even fucking sticking. That's copper. So glad you actually grind it a bit for the copper to actually. Thanks someone. Yeah, obviously. I thought that ain't sticking. I'm going, why ain't it sticking? Fucking, I'm sitting here trying to do it, and obviously it's not like you said because it's copper. You've got to grind it a bit. Yeah, they don't look like copper to me. It don't look like they're sticking. Fuck me, that flux. That was literally really ultra sticky. Yeah, that's not. Is that tinned? That's not tinned. That is copper. He's 100% right. It's copper. That's why it ain't sticking. It's not even sticking. Now give it a good old grind. That is copper. You can actually see it. It's minuscule. It's really, really small. Tiny, tiny little bit has got stuck on that. You need a little bit of solder on there. Fucking is absolutely ludicrously small. When I say small, it really is small. It's minuscule small.
Give your meat a good old rub.
I'm just going ever so slight. Just a slight, just ever so slightly. I don't want to fucking take that layer off. Bye, Nick. Nick's off. See you, Nick. Thanks for popping over, my friend. Have a great evening. Yeah, that looks shiny. Obviously, I'm using a Kimbo's crap, so the one I don't know what the one that Cody uses. It's obviously smokeless. And look. Oh, I mean, nice flux. Oh, right, thanks, eh? Message. Ah, that looks better. Yay! Once I was right. It's stuck now. I can see it. Silver instead of copper. Nice. Right, let me give that a clean again. That's now done it. Yeah, there you go. Nice to sit on this chair. I ain't doing my back in, and I'll tell you what, and it's not it feels like a nice cushy. Yeah, you can actually see it now. It's gone from copper to silver. I don't agree with him smoking whilst repairing for customers' items. Obviously, he's thinking, oh no, obviously comes in, Hot Cows is in. Rick, don't worry about the chair. I've got a new chair. I've got a new chair at Mr. Hot Cows. You've not seen it, have you? So I'll show you in a minute. Let me solder this wire. Hot Cows repaired. Right, little dabadoo. He comes on there thinking, oh no. Let me see if I can pull the ball round, because I don't like working cack-handed. Right, hold up. It definitely smells like curry sauce, 100%. No, it's not sticking. That's stuck. Yeah, she's stuck. She's on. Nice.
Till it's cool, just cool into the mouth. Nice.
Thanks for that, Ed. Obviously, that was a great bit of timing on there, sir. Absolutely legend. Let me just trim off that little bit on there. Nice. There you go. We get rid of that. I like them. Do you know what? Sometimes commands make it really a lot easier to do. Now, remember, I've never done micro soldering, right? I've never even done it. I've never even attempted it. It's one of the hardest things to do when it comes to micro soldering. And obviously, I've got a second camera because I had my camera set up wrong. Until I went over to the lovely Mr. Swindon's, I see his setup and I went, I've got one of them cameras. Obviously, I've set it up wrong on that front. So when obviously I come back, first thing I've done was when he gave me the big TVs, put the small one under and use that one to do me soldering, so I can then look and then I don't have to look up. So yes, yeah, that's on there. Lovely jubbly. So let me just give that a quick blast. That other one that had flux over it. Let me just give that a quick clean in it. Sorry, worms. No. Obviously, if I can get into doing what Michael's doing, I've got loads of Xbox 360s there. This will be great. Because like you said, it gives you a good insight of how to do it. Obviously, so it's the best thing to practice is on one of these old fat 360s. Now that's on there lovely. That's tugged on there really nice. So yes. Really pleased with that. Obviously, I can't do no more to that. Mike, can I actually put a little bit of caption tape over that? Would that be okay? Wouldn't hurt. Put a little bit of caption over it. Thanks to Mr. One Son there. Obviously, that was copper. It was really hard to see. You can tape it near the NAND area. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll put it up near the NAND once I pulled it through, because that will keep that nice and tight in. Now, I've got that sandwich between that capacitor and that capacitor. Make that nice and neat. So, yeah. I'm going to tape it up towards where this has got to go. So well, obviously can we do the second one, Mike, on that one? Obviously for that reason, I'll need to put cables management is always number one. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I think you're right. Cable management is. So obviously if you can't see it. I'll show you after when I come at the camera. Right, Mike, that's the first one done. Right, that's obviously got to go to there. Where is the second one got to be soldered? I think actually you did say put a little bit down here on that one. Right, that's soldered that one in. Let's have a look at the second part. Yeah, the seal pull can be done there, so it can be done there on that wire. So right, let me go back to the second part then, because obviously I've got to put a diode in amongst the. I've got to put a diode in between that, obviously, because it's got a diode N141. Yeah, the 1N4148 for the FETs. So it's only one wire in. All I've got to put is one wire. Is that all? One. Your one, you had to put two wires in. because obviously I've looked at this. Obviously, it's let me take the egging cam off because these guys can actually sit. So obviously, it only looks like it's only got to go on one wire. It's got to be bridged over. Obviously, right where I need to be, and it's obviously gone in. I've come off this side, and it's got to go all the way up to here. So that's it. No, there's 2 wires. Obviously, do need to be done. Right. Okay. On this one, it's actually showing you just one wire. It's not showing you the other wire, because I've just been having a look to see where the other wire's got to go, and it's not showing me where the other wire's got to go. Obviously tells you where to put it through for the PO28. Well, obviously where to connect it, which is this junction in. Obviously that's one here. No, so we can do the other wire. Yeah. Well, that wire is now bridged over. I've left that longer for a reason, because obviously I can solder that to that point, which is going to be up to, it's got to be soldered up to here. So I can solder to that bit. So obviously but obviously that was the hardest one to do. Oh, I've knocked all the screws out. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, the DBF1 goes to the POL. You have to do go there and do that one. You don't have to do that. Yeah, you don't. It's do it now if you want. Yeah, okay. So we do that one. So I've got to look for the DB1F1. Where the friggin' hell is that? DB1F1. So DB1F1 is obviously going to be around. Is it going to be from the top side going to the bottom side again? Because obviously the layout on these boards are really. Well, it's good that that's soldered. No, you need to find a CPU. Oh, right, find the CPU side. So obviously it's going to be at the other side then. The CPU is going to be, because one's a GPU, one's a CPU. Let me have a quick look to see if I can actually find it on here. Yeah, the CPU one is on the underside. Yeah, I thought you need Specsavers glasses or a scope. Now I'm going to have a look on the scope. So obviously I'm going to have a look for the CPU POL. We've got you've got a 7. Fuck me. The diagrams on here is literally, it's minuscule, and it is so small on that front. The CPU. Because one side's the CPU, one's the side's the GPU, so I have to keep you. Obviously, you have to keep your hand on it. It's hard to actually do this one on stream. Yeah, obviously it is. So obviously you've got to try and find it. Obviously you're trying to have a look. Let's see if I can put it on the Eakins camera. You guys could actually have a look as well. So these are all the FTs, CTs, CPU and POL. FTU freeze, because these are obviously glitches. So I'm going to move over to the other side and have a look up here. Yeah. I can see what you mean, Mike. It's near TP7R3. Thanks, Mike. TP, right. So let's look for the TPs. RTs, CTs. So let's go back over this side and have a look, see. And go back to near the TP section. FTs. Thanks for the stream, Retro. Later chat. Off to go and get some dubs. Yeah, no worries, folks. No worries. Thanks, Worms. DAB. No, that's the DAB ones. Mr. Worms himself. Hot cows. What are we working on? An Xbox 360. I'm trying to JTAG it. Obviously, I can get so far. 1 ton. Yeah, have a great one, Worms. Yeah, thanks, Worms, for popping on. He's obviously a legend on that front. Just glad he's got his power supply and the things to help him out to get him up and running. And thanks to Mike, Mike's obviously done really well that front. But as I said to him, the power supplies are no good from over Canada to UK unless you buy a step-up transformer, and they're quite expensive because you have to. I used them on the arcades when I was doing my friend's arcade front. Ocals, RGH3, yeah, the Jasper and the Falcon links are posted. We're all finding the CPU POL files. On that front, I was trying to find the 7 series. Fucking these boards are minuscule, and they're nano. They're so small. Listed on the far right of the photo, the modular, I think, far right, which is going to be the far right is all the way up here where my finger is. There's the FTs. Nice one. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, when you said the far right. So obviously there's a lot of FTs up here. So we could be in the right area now. Yeah, because there's a lot of FTs. Let me find that one that you just said. It was an FT what? It's a TP. So it's near the TP section. So no. It's not that section then. It's TP. Fucking look at the resistors. Jesus, can you imagine the TP section? Yeah. Yeah, it's the TP section. These are the FTs. Yeah, no. So obviously it's not up the far right side. My God, do you know what? Even the camera, you look how small in components are. You look at it, no wonder you go cross-eyed trying to look for these components. Obviously, it's obviously for a reason. Yeah, they're shit tickets, yeah. Yes, when you know, yeah. Yeah, the TPs. So I've still got to look for the TPs. We still can't find any fucking TPs on here. Jesus. not even come across any of the TP range. They're all FTs or resistors. It's literally like, I'll tell you what it puts me in the mind of. It's literally like trying to find a needle in an haystack. If you want my honest opinion, that's what it feels like. You're trying to look for something that's so small, you've got to gone straight past it and not even known it. I often find it is, yeah. Well, I've gone right over to the far right side and had a look. That's obviously dried up flux, so yeah, it's manufacturer. I can see CTs, the FTs. I can't see any like PT ones on there. Obviously, like you said. My God, literally, it's like you can pull your hair out. It would be near the CPU. That's what I thought it would be. The only ones that's obviously got is two main chips. Obviously on this one, which is the main chip is over here. This is one main chip, right? And where's the other one? The other main chip is here. There's the other main chip. These are the only two main chips it's actually on. It's near the CPU. Yeah, but which side's the CPU? I would say this is the main CPU because it looks like it's got a lot of the resistor side on it. So it would obviously be up near here. That ball just looks way overcomplicated. That front. Ah, there you go. TP, is that it? TP7R2? Am I right? I literally just spotted that. That's right there. There's the TP. So this would, because I'd say the main CPU is actually where all the tiny bits are. So this must be the CPU. The other one's a GPU. So the CPU's up here. So obviously I've seen it. That looks like it there. The TP7R2. The one you was on about. Let me go back up a few messages, see if I can find it. I'm pretty sure. Can't believe that is right where it's right near that side. Right, so RGH is the Perl compliant via Dizel to get your CPU key. Enter your CPU into the JRunner. Yeah. Yippee-ki-yay! So yes, it's the R1 and R3. Right, so it's R1 and R3. Well, that TP one's there. That's where the TP is. So it's R1 and R3 too. So it's R1. So I've got to look for the R1. I mean, that's minuscule where that is. So it's R1. So now I'm going to have to look for R1. Left on your finger, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It was over here. Let me go further down. And it's R32. R32. We got this. It's left of the R2. Let me turn the board round. Obviously, it'd make it a lot easier because I'm working at the fucking sides here. So it looks like to me Are you saying it's these two here? Yeah, right, sorry. So it could be these two, isn't it? The R2 and the R3 are them points. No, it's actually right. It's right of the R2. Oh, it's right of the R2. Right of it. Right, okay. So obviously that you mean it's them two holes, not these two, is it? So it's of the R2. Because they're even smaller. Jesus. Obviously, yeah, check the PDF in Discord. Yeah, I'll have a look. No, go to the TP again. The TP is up here. Alert. Yeah, go to the top of the TP again. So the TP is obviously here, where I'm pointing to. So we've got, oh, hold up, you got, no, that's an FT, no. So let me quickly just check Discord for a minute. Fuck me, I'll tell you what, that is really hard to spot. Yeah, just go right slightly. Yeah, obviously. You mean these ones here? Is that a 3 or a 9? I can't see that. That's a 2. Don't think that is. R2 3. You've got that one there with that capacitor. And you've got some up here. Yeah, let me open the PDF. No, it's back a bit, I think. Yeah, let me open the PDF, guys. Oh yeah, Michael sent a picture. So let me open the picture up and then I can see it a lot easier. Right, so that one's got to go underneath there and then I can actually see where this has got to go. Now I can go by the picture because that is going to be a lot easier. So let me point this over, right? And it looks like it's going to be right up here where I need to be. So I can blow this picture up. And it looks like it's going to be right up here, right where you said. It looks like it is over these two here, which is these two. If I point it, they look like they're from here, where the resistor is, right up towards where it says FT7R2. It looks like it's pointing towards that on that front. So it looks like that's got to go on one point, because obviously you've got like there's some resistors here. Back to a bit, Michael. The sorcerer is here. Change of the wand. Yeah. Just trying to have a look where that's going from that point, and it's obviously we're looking for where it says R6R. Which is over here. So obviously it's up this end where it looks like it is, because it's coming down more. Yeah, actually, yeah, Michael's laughing, he's pissing soon. Be gone, Cal. It's all feels on that front. Yeah, it looks like it's coming because there's a box here. This is where I need to be. It's right up this end. It looks like I've got to take it from this one. From one end of that resistor, I have. And there's another bridging point right there. So I have to take it, yeah, so you've got it there. So it's literally right there where I need to bridge that other bit of wire. Fuck me, Mike, have you seen how small this is? When I say small, it is, under the microscope, it don't look so bad. But when you're looking through the eye, Oh my God, it is fucking like a... It is really... It's actually smaller than the other part of the small. Jeez. So... Does that have to be bridged just separately? That can't be touching anything else, can it? Because it looks like that's another bridging point right there. Tiny. It is when it's small. It's frigging... It's manuscript small. But the way on that picture, if you look on the picture, it looks like that's being bridged. That's obviously gone right over from where that box is. Looks like it's coming from that bit, going to that bit. Let me give it a clean. You couldn't pick any more smaller than that. That's actually smaller than what I've just soldered. And he said, oh, you've done the hardest part. I fucking thought, Jesus, is he for real? See, have you seen how small this is? I'll tell you what, let me give that a good old rub. Where's that toothbrush? Fuck, that's even smaller than the last one.
Give your meat a good old rub.
Thanks, Garfor. Give your meat a good old rub. You can't beat it. Obviously, I've got to go careful here. I don't want to start damaging components. Oh no, it was actually Pico. Pico done that. Nice one, sir. What was going on? Fucking hell, this is... Tell you what, this is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a serious challenge. That I can't even read what that resistor even says. It is that small. And that's no exaggeration. Yeah, we both did. Obviously, Mr. Swindon comes on, give it a good old rub. No, it's the money me. I like the money me one. The money me. Bin. Thanks, Stu. You obviously thinking money me. Obviously the money me. Give me the money. Obviously that one cracks me up. Can't help laughing at that. That obviously is a legendary. Give me money. Money me. Right, hang on. No, because I forgot where I'm fucking soldering now. Oh yeah, it's up here. Look how big that bit is. That's ludicrous. This is not the right tip. I've got a massive tip here, right? Look how big that tip is, right? That's obviously, and look how small I'm trying to put. That is not going to work. I'll tell you what I'm going to have. I'm going to have a problem there straight away.
You sure about that?
Let me turn it off. I'm going to put a smaller tip on. I'm going to grab a smaller tip. I can't have that. That's far too big, that tip. Obviously, I'm dropping everything. Oh, God. I need to change that tip. That tip's got to be changed badly. Oh, that's stuck to me bollocks. Jesus. Ugh. It'd be a day that I'll be organised. I'd hate to think when that day comes round. What was it, Emma? He says use the commercial tip maybe. Yeah, obviously that's too big, that tip. That's massive. Obviously I've got a box with tips in. Just swap it over because obviously can't use that. That's just not acceptable by anyone. Oh, saying that, what am I fucking about? I've got the micro solder in. Yeah, except the fucking battery's dead, isn't it? Let's see if I can put some life in it. Oh no, here. She's charging, she's on. I won't need it. I've got this one. I think the battery's dead because obviously it's just fucking glowing. Normally it glows red. Oh no, we're in luck. I'm going to use me Fantech. She's up to 400. Now, why ain't this sticking? She just wants a little bit of persuading. Tell you what. I need to get one of them things, Mike, what you've got. This one keeps coming off for some reason. Don't chew it. God, now it's got stuck on the fucking rug there. Jesus. I don't want to knock that component off. And obviously this... Where's my fucking low melt solder? I had some low melt stuff. Don't even know what's happened to that. That fucking disappeared. That stuff's like gold. That's like gold dust, that is. Actually, how far have I got to solder that wire? Looks like it's got to go all the way over to the other side of the fucking board, and it has. God, struth. And so it's another going to be a long piece. Let me turn this off for a minute. Obviously, I've not took that into consideration. Let me switch that off. Right, let's take that out. Lucky Stu's cracking up. He's pissing himself laughing. Stu, have you worked on... At least you've got no grinding in this job? No, obviously not. The only thing I'm having to struggle with is the length of the wire and how fucking long it's got to be. Have you worked on any more of your Virgin Media boxes or your lamps or anything like that? I meant to ask you that the other day, sir. Obviously, you got a touch lamp. Fucking legendary, that is. Couldn't make that up. That was brilliant. No. Damn with a can of spam. Right. Now I've got another nice long piece there. And we've got to put this to... So we've got to solder that piece from up here, which is got to be right up this section. Right, so I'm going to just quickly put a little bit of tape on that. Just see where this... I'm hoping I've got enough wire because I don't want to tin this and end up putting this on. Alty's on, is he? Is Mr. Ace on himself, is he? Ace Consoles. I was really impressed with the other day, obviously, how he done that. Obviously, it was a legend, as always. Right, everyone, like, yes! Hi, everyone. Thanks, Ace. Ace, I did say thank you for doing that the other day, my friend. You've done a really great job. I was really pleased. Thank you. So, obviously, I've never done an RGH. Never. So... Obviously, I haven't got all the components. Obviously, I didn't have the diodes, so I've just ordered the diodes on that front. But I can get some of it ready on that front. Yeah, aces don't. Yeah, obviously, definitely. Obviously, it's got F on the board. F on the board is going to be around the other side. So we've got what did I do? No, you actually no. When you've done the other day, when you've done the put the thing on, you've done the setting all the thing up. You set up me You set up me 360 files. It's 2,000 years. Right. So where the F is, there's a PRL file on here, SMC. So obviously I've got to go from one end to the other. So we've got one for posting, which that one's already done anyway. And the other one is for so I've got to post one from that side. One's got to come up to, so obviously I should try and have a look. Right, that one there from Mr. Swindon. Obviously that's the one he was recommended. So I've got that coming up. I've got to try and follow this diagram, see where this goes, because obviously right, so that's obviously got to go to the PRL file, which is that one's got to go all the way up. So yeah, I've done that. That one was where you were saying, Mark. I'm half my arse there. Yeah, it's ready. Actually, it's out of 2 or 3. It actually sounds good. That one there from that file, SMEs, that has got to go up here. I'll find it. What's the third one? You're thinking, what's the third one? Yeah. Third one? We haven't got in past the second one yet. Emma is missing. God. You thinking, oh no, definitely. So I've got to put one of these wires actually on tinned it. Where's me pinchers? The dog keeps farting. He's really got it chronic tonight, I tell you. Lucky enough he ain't farted no more at the moment. Right. So obviously I've got to look for these ones down here, which is the X clamps.
2,000 years later.
It's too far.
PCDD, little shit.
He's not been on. I've not seen him. Wonder what's happened to Mr. PC. You talk about Mr. PCDD. Obviously, I don't know what's happened to him. He's not been streaming. I hope he's all right. Obviously, he had his operation thing, didn't it? Like, yeah, I missed a couple of his live streams. His console repairs. It's got sort of like got a mod, a bolt mod on it. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's obviously pretty drained for him to keep streaming. Yeah, obviously. I said that, Mr. Swindon. That's exactly what I said. Well, he's not been farting yet, so obviously it's all good at mine because I don't have to smell it or taste it. Obviously, it's not very. So all we're waiting for now is obviously Mr. Pico's stream, because he had a bit of a nightmare of obviously trying to do a test stream and it just went all pear shaped. Because obviously the machines, oh, it would do, wouldn't it? I'm going, why ain't it fucking working? You know why? Because I ain't got the fucking iron switched on. I'm going, why ain't this fucking thing working? Yeah, well, it would help if I switched it on. I thought, oh no. I'm going, that ain't even melting it. And when I looked over, I thought, yeah, obviously clearly that would help. Looks like a dodgy bolt mod to actually fix that mod. Is not good. What, with the bolts on? That was the one that obviously that was already on this one when I got it. Hey, so I've never done, to be honest, my friend, I've never even done anything like modding before. So it's a totally new ball game for me altogether. Completely new ball game. So we've got to go to '67 UI 607. So obviously I need to tin. Where's that port, which is up here?
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't got. The trouble is, them machines are so expensive. What you've got, I see the price of them when they're up to nearly £1,000. Obviously, in money, it's like it's a lot, hell of a lot of money. That tip's far too big for this. Yeah, that's massive. That is huge. I'm going to grab me.
1,000 years later.
I'm going to grab me Fantech, me micro one. That's too big. I could just see it. Even that is not even going to go nowhere near. Gotta wait for this to warm up. These are the battery operated ones. These are actually quite good. Obviously, they've got good. Yeah, that's on. See what I mean? Right tip for the right job, and that's on there, lovely. So that's obviously. Give it a wiggle test. Wiggle test, it passed the wiggle test. I switched that off. That's why I like these micro ones. That obviously that tip is just massive. Remember, I've never done it, so obviously I'd rather work on one of
Wiggle
these.
test?
Wiggle test. It passed the wiggle test from Mr. Ace. Now I can trim up the excess on it there. There you go. And now I can clean that up. That's even smaller than the other one. So I don't want to have no wires hanging over. These 360s are really known for red ring, depending what make and model. Obviously the earlier models are just poor. They're really poor on the resistance. It's like you said, Microsoft was rushing to get these out. Rushing. Now that was the one I had to go from FT6U7, which is the point I need to go to. So I'm going to plonk a little bit of caption tape over that. So it just literally all that does, it just stops that from being pulled from that point. Now it's just gone yellow. Lovely. It won't rip it off, and it's not that I don't want to rip the pad off or anything like that. Right, that point is now on. That is now got to go between the X clamp, which if there was an X clamp on there, that would have gone. Oh, has he done it again? He's farted again. Hold up, what Kel? He's fucking dropped one again. Fuck me, it's been ages before he's dropped one. He's done one again. Is that the miracle for Children X? Is actually soldering, considering how far to actually have come, such as a short amount of times. Well done. Thank you, Hot Cows. Obviously, it's my very first attempt, sir. So, obviously, I've never done micro soldering before, so, on that front. What it is, I've seen Michael do it, and Michael's given me the inspiration. He's given me the sort of like the go saying, chill, you should give it a go. And I totally agree. Obviously, you've got to learn. And obviously, it's like going back at school and being taught all again by watching others. And that's why we all support each other in the community. You've got really good people in here on that front. And that I cannot thank enough. Now, obviously, that was from one point. Now, he's not put nothing on this. The other one's got to have a resistor on the other side, which I haven't got. That front, so I've not put that side on there yet, because obviously Has this one got to have a Michael? Has this one got to have a 22, a 10k ohm resistor on this before I solder this? Because obviously I've gone from one point. The other one's got to have a diode, which I've ordered the diode. I can't put that on yet. That front. I've not even soldered that one on yet. Because obviously it's the glitching. So what is this section up here? I've got to connect it to. So let me find that underneath the microscope. The orange wire needs the diode. Right, okay. So the orange wire needs a diode. Right. So obviously I can get it near enough the length and then cut it. So obviously, and then I can follow it. You can, like you said, I can follow it on that front. I'm pretty sure this up here. It looks like I've got to have to go. I'm just trying to have a look at the diagram you sent with the picture, which is going to be CJP3, which is here, right? It's got to go up and it's got to be over. It looks like it's got to go on to it ain't got to go into that little section there, is it? Which is going to be this one here. Because you've got some resistors, which is obviously because that picture is not clear, but it looks like it's got to be bridged onto it. We need a yeah, we have no diode, so no diode at the moment. Yeah, no diode. So obviously I know where it's got to go. It's got to go up here, right on that connection, before that diode. That's obviously that's where I'll need to put it. So that was the one that I need to put it between. So I'll leave some slack on this, right? I'm going to cut this off because I don't need all that amount there. Because I'm going to take more and just literally I'll leave it and I'll just wrap this up. Yeah, we have no diode, so obviously, because if I'd have known, I would have ordered some diodes that front. So now I'm going to have to wait there before I finish this off. Another unfinished project up front. And what I'll do, I'll pull it up here where it needs to be, which is up there. So I'm going to put a little bit of capsule tape. And then that way I can, I know where it's come from. And then, because obviously it's right up here, I'll need to be low. Pete goes pissing himself on that front. Now the other one on there, from the other side, that's got to go from that side. That's got to be soldered. Is that one got to have the other side on there? Well, I've looked at it, which is this one here, right? If I can move it over. Now this one on here, this is where it's got to be soldered. Which one is the Mookie? I thought you could just run unside code to via USB stick. Yeah, you can. Yeah, the yellow wire can now go to the CPLL. Yeah, that CPLL is obviously up here. That's where it's got to be sold. That one, that CPLL, obviously it's got to go to the SMCPLL, which is on the other side. I've soldered that. This one here, the yellow wire, does this one have to have anything on it before I solder it? It can have a 22k ohm resistor on that front, but you can almost admit that the resistor, it's your call on that front. Obviously, oh, I see what you mean. You can put the resistor on if obviously what we got on here. Let me test these resistors, because obviously we did test this, but I can put it on the meter and I can have a quick look. Oh, there's all different ones here. We've got a 10k ohm resistor. Hold up a minute. What's this one? That's a 2200. Right, that's a 2200 one. We've got a 10k ohm resistor and a 1k ohm resistor. Oh, right. Well, that's even better. So 22, we need a 22. Well, that's a 2200. I also farted. As long as you don't follow through, that's all that matters. So, obviously, so, yeah, smell it. I can smell it from here, Michael. You're thinking, what? Fuck me, that must have been one smell and a half. If you can smell it all the way from Canada, go all the way to Sweden, that must have been literally, must have been like a shockwave it's just gone through. You're thinking, you're thinking, oh my God, that is brilliant. You're thinking, fuck me, that is one heck of a fart. It's impressive, so if you can smell it all that from that distance, I'd say, yeah, you deserve to smell it.
PCDD, little shit.
Hey, look who it is, Mr. PCDD. Where the bloody hell have you been? We've been waiting for your show, sir. Obviously, I've not been seeing you streaming. It's nice for you to pop on. It really is. It's the man himself. That was all I was just waiting. And fishing frustrations. Nice. Nice to actually see you pop on, sir. Hope you're well. Diode test. Is it? No. It's its own resistance. I've been very bit. I thought you did. I did do a stream Wednesday. Did you know what? I honestly did. I was really surprised this, sir, because like I said, I bet Mr. PCD's been really busy. It's actually good to see you on. Glad you're all well, sir. That's all that matters. $22. That's a 2200. Is Wednesday is poo days. Shit. Now sat outside. No, I was now sat on my car outside the school waiting for my daughter. It's freezing. It is cold. I've got to admit, it's very, very cold. It's rainy. It's horrible. It's not nice. It's absolutely, well, it was fine because I managed to get my mum's grass cut today. That front, which they say don't cut the grass. It's not good for you. Mick, if you look to see on the WhatsApp, it shows you what to do with that board. Right, okay. I'll go on the WhatsApp. Sorry, girls. Pico, right, okay. Oh, right. Right, okay. Pico, here's the new command for you. Right. Let me show you guys, because Mr. Pico's obviously wants me to show you guys off the fuck me, that's eating balls like nothing. Oh well. That's obviously, that was it. Oh my, literally, that machine's a beast. I've got to see that in action. It crunched that up in nanoseconds. And I'll tell you what, you was chancing it, putting your fingers near that fucking mincer. You've only got to catch your glove in that, sir. It's game over. You will not be getting your hand back. Literally. That is a beast of a machine. Freaking hell. Oh, he's dropped one again. Hold up. Fucking hell. What a machine. Literally. How many seconds? Fuck me, that is a machine and a half. I've got to admit, that is one of the best machines I've ever seen. The way that was eating that, literally the screaming and everything else. That's a monster and a half, isn't it? Fuck, getting your hands trapped in that. You'll be thinking, yeah, it's game over. I'm not getting my hand back from that. I'm not going to be able to recover. Fucking, literally, that would drag you in. The screaming in balls. It was like screaming in agony. So I've got a new command to put on that front. Freaking, it literally is. I'm not joking. It's that I've never seen anything like it. Literally. I said that machine's a beast. Fucking, no wonder it was chewing up balls like anything. Bomb balls. You thinking, you think, for God's sake, that obviously that proves it. I cycled past like the critters back in the chip with the early days with shorts yesterday. I'm not joking. Seriously, that is a one piece of kit that you're thinking that'll do the job. It'll do it very well. Yeah. Now time for a smoke. God, fucking literally he ate that balls within seconds. There obviously weren't much left of that board. It was just shredded in. No wonder you say it comes out in 5 nano pieces. Literally, it grinds them up like nothing. Fucking hell, that just took seconds. Like, it's scary to watch. You think, fuck me, what have you got your fingers caught in that? Obviously, you're not going to get your fingers back. It's frightening. You're thinking, flipping hell. Right, Michael, they're 2200. Obviously, I can't use them, can I? Not if it's 22Ks, they're 2200. Now you see how fast they're processed in boards. I've got to admit, that's a shredder and a half. It's a bit of kit, that is. In that case, admit it, chill and relax, yeah. I'm not being funny. I've seriously, I've not seen anything eat balls that quick. It was just screaming in pain to get saying, hurry up, eat me. Fucking hell, that's literally, that is a command and a half, that's definitely going in the command list. I will get these set up because obviously there's a lot of new commands I want to put on. So obviously I've got 2200 there. If it's a what can I put? Can I put 2 10s and 2 1s for the 22s, or am I just better off just ordering the 22s? I can get them ordered as well because that one's 2200. Yeah, it's called, call it shred. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, that's a good command. Fucking hell, that board. He's literally doing nothing left of it. I'll be back, Pico. I'll check there. Hold me beer. Oh, fucking God. Yeah, it's destroy of all boards. It literally is. Fucking, I am not joking. That's a bit of a beast, that machine. I can see why they have powerful. They're like 3-phase powers on there. You need that type of power. It crunched that like nothing. Literally, you tried to literally do that. Should relax. My understanding is that the resistor is protective for the console, so it's necessarily needed for the RGH to work. So right, am I better off than just ordering some 22K ohm resistors? Because obviously I've got the 2200. These ones have got 2200. That's not a 2200, that's 22,000, isn't it? The 22s, obviously, it's like having 2 10s together. I could put 2 10s together, put them in parallel. That's the 22. Obviously, no, it wouldn't. It'd be 20, wouldn't it? So, do you know what? I'm just going to order. Obviously, that's not going to work. I can't get over that command. That's fucking literally fucking machine. Literally ate that alive. Absolutely ate that alive. Let's have a look for some 22k ohms. Let's have a look for some 22k ohms. Set the values. Alright, 22s. Are they 2.2s or 22s? No, I think they've got to be 22s. Yeah, we are. 22s. 22 ohms. That's the ones. I'll get some 22s ordered. It eats hard drives like just that fast. Wow. Now I've seen that machine in the swing of things. You weren't kidding when you said it fucking minced them up. That really did. It just ate that board within seconds. Literally just... Can't believe how close your hands were to that. Fuck me, that would have put the fear of God into me. If you'd have caught your glove in that, you wouldn't have been getting your hand back. The way it was, them balls were screaming, that's frightening to use. That's why I said, really, that type of machinery, you've got to treat it with the utmost respect, because it obviously, you know, it won't be giving it back. It will just carry on. There's no safety cut off on that. Yeah, you get used to, I suppose you do, yeah, but it's obviously like for that reason. How many do we get in here in a pack? It don't even say how many do you get in a pack. 10 pieces, right, for one. 10 pieces are sold in one pack. Well, I'll order, right, okay. So it's 10 pieces, so I'll buy 2 of them then, so that makes it 20. Buy them there, buy 2. They're £1.80 each. Alright, I'll get them ordered. Obviously, because I can't finish this without them with diodes and the resistors. I'll get them ordered. 22s. I'd rather get the right ones. Right, they're done, guys. So really, I can't, even though I want to continue, I can't continue without them fucking diodes and without the resistors. But again, how they put these fucking big screws in here, it's true. Mr. Ace said at the end of the day, you don't know if that's had reball issues or what on that front. But it's a good starting point. At least, if even though this works fine. Obviously, I know why they've done this. Is because they tried to pull it as tight as possible to stop it from overheating. There was issues with... I did hear a story with these 360s. They did say if the X-clamps weren't putting enough pull force actually down, that's why they was getting the red ring. So what they was recommending is take the X-clamps off and put the screws in. So that way the ball don't warp. Obviously, it pulls it a little bit tighter to the CPU and the GPU. This is the only one that's got it. The others have all got X-clamps. So, I'd rather practice on this one, even though this one's working. You know, and it's got a 250... It's got 120 gig hard drive, so I'm not really bothered at the end of the day. But, at least, if I do this, it's a good starting point. So I need to really address this. So I've done one bit of micro soldering, right? I've done one other part, which is up here. I've done that one. I've got to solder that. Once I've got the resistor and the diode needs to go into the orange one that goes up to here. Once I've got that in place, that's it. So, yeah, I think that's why they put that in. All right, I'll put that back in the case then. because obviously I can't continue this thing. If I'd have known that, Michael, I would have. If you'd have said to me, "Have you got any 22k ohm resistors or diodes?" I would have got them ordered, because I would have liked to really give this a go. But as we got there, like you said, I've done part of the mod. So I haven't done too bad so far. But once I've done one, I could start getting to where your level's at, because I would like to get into that. Obviously, I do find it. I've never attempted it. Like I said, I've never even attempted to try and RGH. Then it gives you your skills get a little bit better, because then you start working on other things. Like you said, I had a look. Do you know what? I had a look when my first channel was broadcasted, right? It was only 4 months ago. So I've not been doing this for long. For literally 4 months. I had a look for my very first video that was broadcasted. It was only just over 4 months ago. So really, yeah, if you have like a Slim Trinity, you just need 2 wires and they're the bare minimum. And they're fun. But this is a good starting point. My point is, I know what you're saying. Yeah, they are fun. But I need to learn. Obviously, if you was doing this, at least you got confident then that you're thinking, I can do it. I don't need permission to actually thinking, oh, I'm not going to screw this up or anything like that. So, but at least that way I can then start getting onto other things. But it's good to actually get in. I mean, obviously, I've still not. I want to do the custom LED lights. That would be another thing I'd like to learn to do on this as well. And then I can get up to your level, because you've done quite a lot now. And then you can do like the game cubes and things like that. And you say that I have got a GameCube one there. I've got a Zeno mod for the chip, but I've not installed it. This one's been sitting around for ages. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's here. This is it. Yeah, the Zeno mod chip. But obviously, I've not used this. Or if I did try it, I fucked it up or something like that. Yeah, don't really want to know the 20 kg chemical tax. That would be, yeah. Obviously, we found that out with the chemical tax. Fucking chemical tax. They're obviously taking a biscuit. Now, I've also got one of these as well. I don't know what this is. I think this is the exploit of the S2P. This one plugs in at the bottom. You've got a micro SD card. I think this one goes to the GameCube again. It's all part of that. I still can't find that Pico, that Raspberry Pi Pico. I can't find it. God knows where it is. I'll come across it. Yeah, I let the pallet load, which it could upwards up to 500 kg. Jesus. Fuck me, you don't want that coming down on you. I'm owned at 24. And obviously, 500. 500 kiloweight. Good God. That'd crush you, that would. That literally, that would crush you to death. 500 kiloweight. Yeah, you don't want that. Literally, you don't want that coming down. You'll know something's hit you. Fuck me. It's quite a lot. So really, I'll put this on the unfinished project pile. I'll put it on the other unfinished project pile, because obviously I've got so many unfinished projects that would put you in debt. Jesus. That machine, though, that's impressive. That really is impressive, that machine. Well, I've done a bit. I've done my first micro soldering, so I'm really glad that I've never done micro soldering before, and obviously you can see the first bit of the micro solder, which is obviously right up here. Comparing how small that is, But I do think one thing for sure, which is definitely correct, you want the smallest tip to do micro soldering. Try and don't use them big massive tips, because obviously it's not going to work. It just don't work. Yeah, just 3 kg in Chemeltech. It's 30. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. It goes up massively. Anywhere between 7 to 8 kg sending it to Sweden. I kid you not. Right, I'll tell you how much that is. It comes to Sweden. For 7 to 8 kg, right, it spikes up to 70 odd pound. Literally, it's massive. It's silly amounts of money. The most dangerous crushing shredder machine that obviously analytics can do. Otcows has just uploaded this, right? So, that's an anvil. Fucking hell. Well, that's impressive.
Powerful industrial machines capable of tearing apart everything from metal, wood, to cars in an instant. These high-speed shredders not only work quickly, but also showcase the exceptional strength of modern technology.
I've got to admit, that's impressive. Look at it. That is literally just coming out in literally just microseconds. Like, you couldn't even comprehend how big that was actually coming out. I mean, obviously that's a car. So what fucking hell is that machine? It's just
incredible machine. The VB950DK shredder delivers outstanding performance in the automotive recycling industry.
Goodbye, car. Yep, that makes light work out. Fucking hell. Windscreen and all. You're not fussed. It's all plastics on there. There's everything. That was what you was going on at Pico, weren't you? You was going, that machine sorts it all out. Like when you know when you went up to the main head office. Fucking hell, what is eating that?
Powered by a 563 kilowatt Caterpillar C18 engine and equipped with an advanced hydraulic system, it provides high torque to quickly and efficiently shred entire vehicles.
They're engines and gearboxes. Fucking hell, he's just eating that. It's obviously just eating it, just thinking, oh, that'd be alright.
The Moros HP 1100 is a beast in the hydraulic engineering world.
Hydraulics are another one. Fuck, getting crushed by that. Jesus. Getting crushed to death. I can't even bear think about it.
Its inclined cutting system delivers a force of up to 1,100 tons, allowing it to slice through large, high-strength scrap materials. Its robust design ensures stability under high-pressure operation, and just one look at those massive hydraulic cylinders
That's
tells
mental.
you everything you need to know.
Did you hear what he just said? 1,100 pounds of cutting material. You got no chance. You literally got no chance on that. Mr. J-Fix, sir. That is nuts.
With a hydraulic system generating over 400 horsepower, the bulldozer applies immense pressure across the car's chassis, causing instantaneous structural
Well, one way to get rid of your car. Oh well, don't worry. We just flattened the car. Fucking hell, it's made mincemeat of that. There's nothing left of that car at all. It's like watching monster trucks. Fucking hell, but instead he's just in with like machinery. Oh, that.
zones are obliterated within seconds, highlighting the brute efficiency of industrial-grade machinery over consumer vehicle engineering.
Yeah, I'll say one thing. That'll buff out. Or the other thing is, you can't park there, sir. You can't
The
park
Raptor
there.
RQ122-200 horsepower is where tires meet their match.
Now, tyres are hard to shred. Yeah, you can't park there. Fucking definitely can't park there. I've never seen a machine eat tyres, because tyres are really, rubber is really hard to like shred. But obviously, that machine's eating them like nothing.
With 200 horsepower under the hood, this beast isn't just a machine. It's a nightmare for tires. It shreds them into 3-inch chips faster than you can say scrap metal.
3-inch chips. Oh my god, 3 inches. That's mad. I've got to admit, impressive. I do, yeah,
The
definitely.
crusher roars, the gears spin powerfully, tearing through steel as if it were paper.
Fucking hell, obviously.
I've watched videos where an entire car gets destroyed, but witnessing an engine being shredded up close is something truly spectacular.
There's hardly anything left of it. He's thinking, oh, that'd be alright. Look, fucking motorbike and all. I don't worry, we'll eat the bike. Obviously, these are bit machines. I just see the way. No, it's the bike. Why? He's just fucking swallowed the bike. You think, oh no, we don't need the bike. Well, there ain't a bike anymore. I can't watch it. I can't,
Get ready to
seriously.
unleash the power. The PowerHand VRS car dismantler. The ultimate machine designed to shred your old cars like never before.
I've seen these in work. They're impressive. They've got like big pair of pinchers and they just rip the engines out like nothing. Ace has just started to stream, so obviously it's early in the morning over there.
With an incredible torque of 7,000 Newton meters, the VRS is here to maximize your profits.
Joe J Fix, I sent him that little one. Yes. Mr. J, obviously that's simple. I've got to watch the rest of that. Fucking, I've got right glued into that. We'll show Mr. J Fix the, where is it? This is Mr. Pico's shredding machine, right? Look how it eats these motherboards like anything. Screaming in agony. Fucking hell. Literally, it's just like fucking miracle pieces. You just think like, that's it. Fucking, that is impressive. Definitely impressive. Few bent beats. Well, seriously, I've not seen... Fucking wouldn't want to get your fingers caught in it, put it that way. Never. Yeah, I think I saw a gigabyte motherboard in there. You're thinking, oh no. The way he ate that bike. He was eating in bikes like nothing. Like Mr. Hotcales is showing. Fucking machines are lethal. It's literally, yeah. I've got to get him big. And literally, you have. You obviously, I'm not joking. That was obviously for that reason you're thinking, oh no, you can't watch anymore. It's literally shreds that like you hear the board screaming, saying no. So yeah, obviously I can't do no more of these because obviously I haven't got the right resistors and I haven't got the right diodes. So what I do, I will put. I've ordered them. I've done 2 parts of this board anyway. My very first attempt of micro soldering, and now obviously. The wonderful help with Mr. Michael himself, because he's the man for obviously modding this. I'm starting getting better with the software, but I'm going to burn that software to a DVD. Obviously, that's going to be a lot easier to do. But if I can start getting into this is what I said. I'd rather work on these old 360s, because if I balls them up, I'm not going to lose nothing, am I? Obviously, from my very first attempt. But to do these little micro solders, I think I've done really well there. And obviously, that is nanoscale fucking small. And I've had to do that under the microscope. But done it. Well, obviously, I ain't soldered the other two yet, so I'm not out the neck of the woods. Yeah, so, yeah, you know what to do with them old scrap boards. Obviously, send them to Mr. Pico on that front. You know the reasons. Now, he's obviously, purely for that reason, you think, Jesus, don't bin it, Pico it. That's what I recommend. Well, guys, obviously, it's late here in the UK. I only thought that, I see me chip turn up. I thought, oh, I'd like to JTAG one of these. RGA chip, not JTAG it, because that's microchipping it. But I thought, oh, I might be able to do that front. Yeah, and then I didn't, obviously, that was another thing that I didn't have. Fucking so I thought, well, that was out the window. So, I've done 2 bits. I'll wait until I get the other bits, and then I'll come back to this. I'll put this on the other unfinished project pile, with all the other unfinished projects. I'm waiting for parts. I have got the belts for the record player. They've turned up. But as Mr. Pico said, it's not worth streaming just to put belts in and then do it again when the stylus. I'd rather wait for the stylus to turn up. Obviously, I've got me amplifier on that front. So I won't be doing a stream on that because that's only to put the speaker in and test it, basically. It won't be worth it. That front. But I'll upload the pictures to prove that it's all working up front. So, obviously, where's all them bloody parts that I've just took out? Oh no, they're here. So, we have got some things to put back up front. So, yeah, obviously, yeah, Ockham Simpsons reference. Yeah, it's like, it's who put hard drives in PC cases through that. Fuck me, you're not joking. The way it was just eating through, literally, I've never seen anything like that. The way it was just screaming for them boards. I know even that machine, the way it was eating them motorbikes. I see Car 4 shaking, no, I can't watch anymore. It's obviously too much. So I'm going to have to still need Mr. Michael, his help on that front, because obviously we do need to come back at this on that front. Yeah, I love bikes. Well, that's why I kept me. That's why I kept me. My mum went, I don't know why you keep that bike in the garage. You don't use it at the end of the day. I went, no, because it cost me over $1,000 to put it right. It had to have new head. It had to have new piston and rings. It's had to have a new head. It's been rebored. I went, I won't get my money back. I'd rather just leave it in the garage and rot. It ain't hurting. Obviously, the petrol's all gone stale in it. It's like the electric bike. I've not even used that. Well, I can't do. The fucking UK's weather and what with the potholes around here. It's mad. I'll get catapulted if I went across that with 45 miles an hour. Yeah, I wanted to mod like a GameCube after watching Mike. Well, I've got... Obviously, that's another thing, Michael. Mike, before I go to bed, how did you, when you done your GameCube, did you what did you actually use? Did you use a Raspberry Pi Pico? Because obviously that'd be another thing I'd like to do on that. Because I've got my GameCube over there. No, I use a Pico loader and a solderless kit. Oh, a Pico loader. Mike, can you put that one in the description, in the Discord? I might be able to order one. I'll get one ordered for mine. For the GameCube. Thank you, bud. I'll get that one ordered. Because my GameCube still ain't done. So obviously I've got to get my GameCube because I see you've got some, the GameCube's a really good thing to do. So I'd like to do that on mine. That's why I like to have one of each console and just keep one and keep them modded. This is why I got back into, I mean, I've never attempted this, never done an RGH3 on that front. Not the easiest to do, but obviously my first attempt of micro soldering, and that's fucking small. That is seriously small. Gay. Any specific board revisions required? Oh yeah, because obviously obviously you have to be certain revisions. Or can you just use any revision? Yeah, that's a good shout, Mr. J-Fix, sir. Didn't give that a thought. For the GameCube, no, I don't think it bothers like Def. DOL ones, the earlier models, and their most versatiles, featuring the DV and the AV ports, making them ideal for HDMI mods. Oh right, that's a good shout, Mr. Cowles. On that front, I'll have to check. I doubt if I actually want to buy one, and so I can, yeah, and then I can actually, because if it can't be modded, yeah, totally right, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, it's just get a crappy video. Yeah, that's the only thing. It's what Octels he said. Depending. The DOL 101s on the latest models. Is there a way of actually knowing? Thanks, bud. That's AliExpress. I'll get that ordered now because it's AliExpress. Let me quickly order that one from AliExpress because I'll just see it pop up. They're not dear. Right, free shipping. I should have this between the 11th and 15th of March. Well, don't bank on that. Yeah, there's no discounts on this one. It is obviously £17.74. And this is the new simple solderless open source module base for the Pico loader for the Nintendo GameCube support homebrew software launching. Now, obviously, is there different versions? Because we've got two different ones on here. Right, you get one as a gift. The ST2 SP2, right? Okay, the SP2, which is I assume that's the dearest one, is it? SP2, SP2. Right, SP2, here we go. It's version 1.3. Right, so the other one's for the Pico only. Yeah, right. So you've got the one on here, the colour with, it's got it on there with version 1.3 SD2SP2 is the fastest option for loading games. Right, okay, I've grabbed that one. And that is obviously retail pricing at £23. They're doing it for £18.97. So I'll order that one, get that ordered. Thanks, bud. Add that. Click continue. No, I'll just pay for it now. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah, colour with the SP2. Click continue. Checkout. That front. Right, okay. Only 5 left. There's not many of these left. So they obviously are selling out. Right. I want to put this on that front. So I'm going to obviously enter that. Item discounted, £4.92. It's £18 on that front. Yeah. Click buy it with that one. Pay for it. There's only 5 of them left. They are selling out. Well, if there's 5, that makes it down to 4. Right, ordered. Payment successful. It's gone through. So that's gone down from 5 now to 4. 4 available. So that's just proved it. Have you seen the Panasonic Qs? Oh, they're bloody expensive, them Panasonic Qs. I'd love to get one of them, but they're just mega money. The last one I see on eBay was at £600. I went, no, sorry. Fucking mega money. Literally mega money. Boy, he's done it again, that Bronson. He keeps farting. Bronson, he's something wrong with your backside. You've been doing it all day today. I'm sure someone's give you Brussels sprouts. God. God, shit, fuck machine. You know what I mean? What is he like? He just sits there. He don't think of nothing of it. He just sits there and just farts. I know it's him. It's that Bronzy. He's a nightmare. It's a fart machine. Now, don't jump on my new chair. Get your fucking claws off it, you big goofer. God, fucking hell. He's literally just dropped that. He's nasty. That is literally... Actually, I was going to have a quick look to see what my GameCube is. Actually, come to think about it, where is it? I can't even find it. It's buried underneath. What's this lot? Or is it over here? No, that's my Dreamcast. Oh no, it is over here. Alright. Can they, meant to ask you, can the NES's be, like, modded? Like the Super Nintendos? I've got the black cube. Needs a bit, I need to retro brighten this. Oh, the SNES. Yeah, obviously, this is a PAL version on that front. Oh, this ain't been plugged in for years. Obviously, patented in 1992. Oh, God, that's fucking stuff. It's making me sneeze now. Great, lovely. Yeah, I have one of them. Yeah, I really play on the SNES. I've got a Dreamcast over there. I must have near enough. I've got the Sega Saturn. The Saturn ain't even been booted up. I only booted it once just to see if it worked, and that all worked. Didn't have no controllers with it. So I've got some controllers. But yeah, the GameCube. Oh, yeah. It's a DOL 001. Is that the one you was on about, Mr. Hotcows? This is a 001. DOL 001. EUR. Is that a good one? I don't know if that's a good one or not. Or is that the cheaper one? That gives me memories, actually. No, does it actually have a digital port at the back? No. I don't think so. Oh, that's a good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what these ports are. That's gold. I had 2 of these, and I gave one away. One of them wanted one for their kid. I went, yeah, take it. You know, obviously I said, I want to keep one back on that front. Yeah, it does have it. I can see it. Oh, right. How do you know what's what then? Oh, yeah, it does say, oh, yeah, you're right. It says digital AV on that front, but I don't think I've got the lead for it, no. Oh, I might have. No, I think I have. I think it's an RGB. It's got the white, the yellow, the white, and the yellow, white, and red. And I think that's the digital side of it. So obviously this will give you, what would this give you on the output side? Just 640 in it. Is it 640? So obviously, because obviously, like I said, it needs a little bit of retro brightening. because obviously it's gone a bit yellow at the front. You can see the colour. It's got 480. Is that all? Is that all they give you? Wow, 480 out. But you can connect it to a scaler. Yeah, I know, and then upscale it. Is that all they give you out? 480. Wow, they can't even give you a 640 480. Maybe clean the shell with the leads. I'm going to take the front off. I'll retro brighten it. I'll bung it in. I've got all my UV light, and I've done me BBC Micro, because obviously I've got these ones over here, and I've done where is it? It's that one there. And if memory serves me correctly, it is. I've got these two here. So obviously I've got a Sega, got the Sega Saturn, and then the Dreamcast on that front. But like I said, these are a bit dusty because they've obviously been sitting up there for a long time. I think I bought this one from CEX. I paid 50 quid for it. Obviously the Dreamcast, they always have been cream though. Yeah, look, it's still got the CEX sticker on the back of it. I paid 50 quid for this one. It's in really good nick. I've seen some of these have been right beaten up. This one was in pretty good condition on that front. I don't even know what model this one is. It obviously don't tell. Oh, it does. Model number. It just tells you the 3030 on that front. But again, just the AV out on these ones. They don't have. They're the telephone line on that front. Look, it goes to show it was unboxed when I bought it. Oh yeah. It goes to show when I fucking bought this. 18th of August 1990. It's got the 19th of August 1990. So I've had this a few years, and I obviously, like, it goes to show how long that's been sitting up at that cupboard. Fuck me, that's sat up there for a long time then, and I've only powered this just to play it, played it once, and left it up on the shelf. Fucking not. It's still got a sticker on it. It's got 1990 on the sticker. Fucking hell, quick. So, yeah, I think that's what I paid for it. About 50 quid. Yeah, I want one. Obviously, if I had spare ones, I'd give them away. You could have them. But obviously, I've only got one of... Don't mind giving away consoles that I've got duplicates of. But obviously, the ones that I haven't got, I've only got one of these. One of these ones. I can't give them away. Obviously, I would. In that front. But this, obviously, on the back of it, the Sega Saturn. I think this was an underrated console. The Dreamcast is a 90. Well, obviously, it's got on the... Fuck it, I've just lost the fucking thing on it now. Hold up, guys. Fucking, the back's come flying off. Hold up a minute. What was that? There's a fucking watch battery in here, look. I didn't even notice there was a watch battery in it. Obviously, it's been sitting on that cover. Oh, that's gone flat. So it's 1999. So, literally, that battery, let's go. I bet that battery's well and truly gone flat. I'm going to have to change that battery at some point. Let's play. Guess the voltage. Do you reckon I should take it out and have a look? Wouldn't hurt, would it? Right. Obviously, this has been sitting up on that. It's been sitting up on... I'll give you a rough time on it. This has been sitting up on that shelf, right? I kid you not, for 3 years, right? So we'll guess the voltage on it, right? I'll leave the battery out. So we'll test it quickly. It won't hurt. So I can do the GameCube then. So obviously I've got an earlier GameCube. Right, come on, place your bets. What's the chances are? Obviously, this has been sitting around. I reckon, yeah, Otcals, I reckon he's right. 0.1. Right. Let's test this. Let's put it in voltage mode. Right, and then we can... Now, obviously, top is negative, bottom is live. fuck me, there's battery life still left. Oh, fuck off. No way is there 2.2. 2.2. Oh, it's 2.3. Right, 2.282. Wow. Obviously, that is mental. And he's the closest. I can't get over that. That's been sitting up there for all that time, and that's well done. I can't get over that. That battery is still got 2.28. There's still nearly 3 volts in that battery. Well, I'm surprised. I'm actually amazed. There's still battery life in it. Well, I can put the battery back now. That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. What's the chances that sitting up there for all that time and there's still battery life in it? But again, I think the Sega Saturn was an underestimate because it had a cartridge at the top of it. You used to just put the cartridge in. So this was a 2-in-1. But remember, there was a war, all 4 of these, when these were all in line, all 4 of these, so you had the Saturn, the Dreamcast, the GameCube and everything else. These were all near enough coming out and they're always competing against each other at the end of the day. The timeline on any of these, but it was actually, I think the GameCube was good. I think they all were unique in their own way. Obviously, the Nintendo, if you could get the Famicom, which is the Japanese version of the Famicom actually had a disk drive that you could actually use floppy disks, and they was making backups and illegal copies, and you used to put them on the Famicom because I've seen them on that front. But now, obviously, they're highly collectible. If you see them on there, they're instantly snapped up. They just go. But they wasn't backward compatible. You couldn't use the Famicom drive on a PAL system. It didn't work. It was only on the Japanese version only. I did mention that, Mick, the GOAT, of course, the GOAT of all consoles. Yeah, so you actually obviously, I've got all the controllers for all these. That's why I've got boxes of controllers, literally, that front. Obviously, I don't use these. These were just literally, even though these all work. I tested these on that front, but I can't believe I still left a sticker on that one on the back of it. That was actually quite funny. A bit of a bonus on that front. Mick's got at least one of every console. I have. Near enough. I've got every one of each console. I have to agree. Yeah, that's why I can give them away, because obviously it don't bother. At least I'll have one console. Obviously, when I pulled out under the bed, I've got another 6 Xbox 360s. Obviously, I'm not going to beat Michael's record because he's the master on that front. But that's why I want to get into Warzone. But the GameCube, I'd like to do that GameCube because I would like to mod that on that front. That would be fantastic. So, yeah, obviously. But these are lovely machines. Obviously, that's without my BBC Micro. Obviously, I've still got the Spectrums. So I've got one Spectrum 48, the ZX Plus, and then obviously I've got the brand new one left in the box there. That front. If you have a lot more Xboxes, you just say to do. Stay tuned. Yeah, obviously that's why I've ordered them parts. That's why I want to practice on them old big fat models. Obviously, because once I start getting myself up to par, it'd be actually great. But I'm going to burn that software to a disc. That front. I've got a couple of DVD burners on there. I've got about at least 4 DVD burners. I've still got my Pioneer. I'm still using that since the mid-90s, and I've had that since the mid-90s. That is a Pioneer 108. You can't even buy them no more. I've not even seen them. The ones that did go on there, they don't fetch much money, but they've got custom firmware on there. That those the only ones from Pioneer that could actually rip a DVD, right, and take out and block all of the DRM. It was only on that model. I was really impressed with that. That's why I use it. What I've done, I've rigged it up and jerry rigged it so I could use it onto the iMac and do all me burning me discs and everything. But yeah, obviously these consoles are unique on their own on that front. They just need a good clean because they're really dusty when they're sitting up on my retro shelf. That front. But will I ever use these? No. Chances are I probably won't. I mean, I just like to look at them on that front. I've lost my passion to play half of these games, but I would like to do the GameCube and just occasionally go on it. Because like you said, that's really cool to actually use. There's some really good, cool stuff. It's like a lot of your stuff. Look at Otcals. Otcals has got a really nice CD. What was that? Same here. It's just shyness, really. It is. It is. You do. Obviously, you've got that lovely the Amiga CD, the CD one. Oh, laters all. Thanks, Pico. Thanks for popping in, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to pop. Obviously, it's getting late here in the UK. It's 20 to 11. Obviously, I've got to be up in the morning, so on that front. But Michael, yes. So yes, yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of the name. CD32. You won't play it, but it's just nice to have on that front. And obviously, I had a look next door, and I was just coming across more bloody stuff. I just like looking at it. I think that's what you do. It's part of your childhood growing up. But I do like to see if I can get it modded in a certain way. I would like to try and see. One thing I was going to ask you, Otcals, if you have got a Nintendo 3DX for sale, give me a shout. I'd be interested in buying one if you do get any for, because I know you do get them up on that front. That's one little handheld I haven't got. I would like that. I would like one up on my retro shelf, because my retro shelf is all fucking retro gear. It's all sitting up there. So next to me arcade. That front. I had to power that up the other day. I'll give it a quick go. I got killed within 20 seconds. Fucking, it's really hard to play that game. Many have to, so I have to sort out the swap bin. Yeah, that's all right. I ain't bothered. Whatever's easier. Nice. So yeah, obviously I've ordered them parts. That is obviously the 001 model, so I can get that done once that comes from AliExpress, which has all been ordered. I could tear that down and get that done. Once we but then in the meantime, I can start doing some more Xbox 360s and start getting some of these. I've got 6 there to do. No, actually, no. How many have I got? No, that's 10. I've got 10 Xboxes to do. So the other 3 are not worth doing. So I won't bother with them on that front. But yeah, I'll do the other. I can do the other 10, the other fat models. So I'm all gonna need. That's why I ordered 20. So just to make sure I've got enough. Because if there's any more Xboxes comes in at the end of the day, then at least I know I've got confidence so I can actually do them on that front. So I can start following Michael's suit then, getting some of these consoles done. It's like you said, obviously otherwise you'll have to go and pay someone to do it. And it's nice if you can actually do it yourself. That fun. Right, guys, obviously it's coming up to 11 PM in the UK. It's obviously quite late, that front. Yeah, will they ever be played? Mookie, you want my honest opinion, sir? No. They won't get played. They'll just get put on display like a museum and on that front, and they'll just get nice. And you might get in a mood one day, but so right, I'm gonna call it here, guys, because obviously it's very late in the UK. So Michael, as always, sir, thank you so much for your help. Mr. Swindon, thank you so much. I'm glad to actually see you back on there. It's actually good to actually see anyone else. Carl4, thanks for doing that, my friend. I will give you a shout when that amplifier turns up. So Mr. Hot Cows, streaming for chatting for everyone. Someone, thank you so much for your help, sir. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Up front. And yes. Mr. J-Fix, yes. And Pab. Oh, I didn't know you was in, sir. Sorry, I've missed you. Sorry, I didn't know you was in. Thank you for popping on, and goodbye, sir. And I will see you guys next again when we can resume this lovely re-meeting on the stream. So, was that pigeon milk or something? You're thinking, all right. Right, guys, I'm off. Nice. Laters.